You're listening to Hair of the Dogcast, a proud part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Check out Hair of the Dogcast and all of Greenlit shows at greenlitpodcast.com. Now, let's do the show. Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Hair of the Dogcast. We're on episode 73.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a catchy title. I was thinking the PS5 is alive, but do it again in the voice of Johnny Five from Short Circuit.
Can you do an impression of that?
PS5 is alive.
That's really good, actually. I was impressed.
I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I watched it a lot.
Pretend you're in brown face and do the...
Her pants are blazing for you, Mr. Crosby. Oh, Fisher Stevens. I don't know. Not going over too well. Hey, anyways, welcome. This is Hair of the Dogcast. We're a podcast about video games and beer and video games.
Yay, our favorite thing.
Yes. Before we get into drinking the real live beer, who's all on the show today?
Tom, it's me. I'm Josh.
Who are you?
I'm Josh, and I'm back.
Oh my
God! Missed all of you.
You've been on quite the sabbatical.
I've been locked in my house, scared of everything.
Yeah.
So
The world, the boogeyman.
Yep, it's good to be back in Milwaukee.
Well, Josh, thank you for being on the show. It's great to have you back.
Thanks.
We're gonna have a fun,
for having me
fun
back,
time.
boys.
And who's sitting next? Who's this?
It's me,
handsome
Dylan.
gentleman.
Or as my friends call me, Big Tex.
Big
That's
Tex.
back.
Hi, Dylan.
How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
It's been a
It's
minute.
very surreal. We are sans Brad right now.
Yeah, R.I.P. to our buddy Brad Ward, who is now camping. We've lost him to the woods.
We don't know where he is.
I thought he just got in like a Roman candle war and his beard set on fire.
I heard he joined a cult.
And so he's too ashamed to go in public.
Yes, it could be. So, welcome, Dylan. And
thank
yes,
you.
we'll be missing Brad this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by executive producers Tyler Keller, Brian Ward, and Kate Conti, and the most excellent support from listeners just like you. To find out how you too could support us here at the Dogcast, head to patreon.com/hair of the Dogcast and check out a collection of tiers for any budget. And, we understand times are tough. Every little bit helps. We're just happy you're here listening.
Absolutely.
So this episode, guys, is going to be a bit of a different format. Usually we do, news and then hit break and then have a topic. Mm-hmm. But this one is since the topic is pretty much the news, we're going to be discussing Sony's quote-unquote press conference or online event with the PlayStation 5 reveal.
What did I call it over text? The non-E3 post-E3?
Yes. Yeah. So it's been a minute. Sony had their event the last time the Dogcast posted. So it was like a little over a week and a half ago.
Pretty much like the day after, right?
Yeah, it was Thursday. It was the day and then vacations happened, but we are here right now. Time has passed, so we can kind of distill and just digest all the PS5 info and what we thought, and just go over some of the highlights.
We're in the meme territory of it now, so
Yes.
everyone's got some pretty rigid opinions on this thing.
Exactly, and we're going to give you ours. We're not going to hold back.
Oh.
But we did mention at the top of the show that this is a podcast about real live beer and video games and real live video games and beer, and we drink the beer on the podcast.
That's right, Tom.
Yes, and we have Josh here, the troubadour, the king of the troob,
The Trooby Woobies
the
in the
YouTube
house.
hit show. It's been a while since we actually had a bunch
connoisseur.
of
Well,
schooled in beer here.
On the last few, we didn't actually even declare which beers we were drinking.
I do declare, I know, and I was sad about that. It's not right. So
Brad's a bartender too. He could have done it.
he's lazy.
So I was like, I'm focused on things.
Yeah.
I'm
So
Brad.
Josh,
I'm Brad.
Josh, what do we got here, man?
We got a beer from Microphone Brewing out of, is it Elm Grove, Illinois?
Oh,
Elk Grove.
Velcro. Okay,
Velcro Village,
Velcrove.
Illinois. We've had them on the podcast a few times, and this is their third rye double IPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What's your favorite Third Rye Blind song?
All of them. They're the, second, third.
Are they the ones that have that
top 20 band all time? Probably, right, guys?
Did they have that song that goes do 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 do? Is that Third Eye Blind?
I never liked Third Eye Blind.
I just know I heard it a million times on the bus to school.
Yeah.
That's how I remember Third Eye Blind.
The semi-charmed kind of life. Yeah, that's that song.
Boy.
Okay.
Boy.
How's it gonna be? God, I'm just
keep going.
No, I'm sorry.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to start paying rights.
Okay.
Mike likes music.
I'm sorry. I was just perseverating on Third Eye Blind. What kind of beer is this? It seems like a hazy IPA.
Yeah, it's a double IPA, rye.
Okay.
This is a nice one.
It's not bad.
Yeah, a little malty for a hazy.
Yeah.
I like how thick it is.
Yeah.
Microphone.
Creamy.
All right. So since we're going to do things a bit differently, let's start with the games that we've been playing lately, like we used to do.
We play games here?
I think so. Have you guys been playing anything?
Only every day.
Only every day? Okay, you're still on the wagon?
Yeah, I mean I've got nothing else to do.
So to speak.
So yeah, I've been playing quite a few things. More Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Awesome.
I also bought Mario Party in that big Nintendo eShop sale.
Okay.
I highly recommend that for everyone. It is. I'm going to be honest with you. If you ever showed up at my house, I'd be like,
I would shoot you
now. I would just be like, we're playing Mario Party.
All right, and I would be like, just shoot me.
You wouldn't. You would love it.
Okay.
You don't like board games?
I do. I like trying to play them.
With a colorful cast.
You don't like
of
mini games?
Yes. No, mini games I fucking love.
I mean, that's what Mario Party is, though.
Yeah. It's just... I haven't played one since... ever,
a mini game?
like ever. I kind of want to keep the streak alive. I feel like it's a
friends.
badge of honor.
This isn't a Fast and Furious movie, Tom.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Yeah, nobody's gonna CG me in after I die unexpectedly. R.I.P. Paul Walker. We love you. Okay, Mario Party. It's a banger.
It's great.
Okay,
honestly. Compared, like even put up against the Jackbox party games, which I'm constantly singing praises of all the Jackbox games.
I have played those and I like them.
Yeah, I think this is better.
Ooh.
I think it's more fun.
Ooh.
I think it's more interactive.
Okay.
It's
Can
not
people
just
play with their cell phones? Can they just dial in? Because that's kind of neat.
No, but it's one Joy-Con per person. So
okay.
All you need is 2 sets to get a full party of 4 going.
That is something that is actually.
And you would think that it's just too small and you can't deal with it. But when you actually get into it, you totally forget. And the mini games, some of them are motion controlled, but it's highly responsive. I've never had an issue where I'm like, oh, that sucks, or that's cheap, or that's unfair. This came out last September, I think, somewhere around there. And I completely slept on it, mostly just because I probably had other video game priorities. Mm-hmm. I think Astral Chain came out around the same time, and I preferred that.
That would have been last fall.
It came out.
The new Mario
September?
Party? Yeah, Super Mario Party is what it's called.
It was in the vague reaches of my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, there was one of those.
Well, you never played it. I loved the first 2, so I mean,
yeah,
I had a blast.
We'll have to have a Dogcast get together and play some Mario.
Did you guys ever get the glove from the first Mario Party?
What?
That they handed out for the 64?
No
glove.
Because people were getting blisters.
Oh yeah.
Thumbs.
Doing the analog stick, the slot.
Yeah.
Oh, is it for the center of the hand? Okay.
Jeez, yeah, I had calluses.
I did too. Yeah. It was the only way.
It wasn't from the 64. If you know what I mean.
I've never been that
warts too. I hear. Maybe a little hair growing too.
Oh God!
If the warnings I've heard are correct.
All right.
I don't do nasty stuff like that.
Anything other besides the Mario Party Xenoblade Chronicles?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Code Vein, which is a Dark Souls clone through and through. It's interesting enough to keep my attention. Anime Dark Souls is what they keep calling it.
Sure.
And you're also like vampires. It's really weird. It's playable. I'm going to keep going with it, see where it goes. And then 51 Clubhouse games.
Oh, I've heard some okay
well.
things about some of those games.
Look, I didn't know how to play Mancala. They taught me how. I don't know how to play. What's that one where you have to? It's the Japanese one where you have to like line up pictures. Hanafuda, where you draw from a deck of cards and almost solitaire, like you try to match them.
Okay.
With their like pictures. And
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know how to do that. And I don't know, man. There's something about this.
Cool.
I liked it.
How's the presentation? Is it just a menu kind of screen?
It's kind of like that. They try to ease you in, usher you into the situation a little bit, but it's not overly complicated.
Are all the games available to you when you start, or
Yes.
they just okay? They are.
They do not lock any of them away from you.
That's cool.
You can access people across the map. So like you actually make like a profile for yourself. And then my little guy is on Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then all across the world, there are these people called guides, and they'll teach you how to kind of play some of these games. Through the menu, you can figure out a lot of this stuff too. And they kind of give you a rundown and some practice rounds to go through. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't know, man. Do you know how to play Spider Solitaire?
I have a funny story about Spider Solitaire.
Do you really?
I do.
Is it a real gem?
It's a real gem going back to high school.
Ooh.
I had a math teacher. Her name was Mrs. Omeg. Okay.
Omeg.
Dolores Omeg.
Dolores.
And her claim to fame was
Hot.
her son created Spider Solitaire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or at least programmed it for Microsoft Windows.
Oh, it's got to be that, because you got to think that game existed, right?
I guess. But she would always say, like, her son Eric
Wow.
was the man who coded. And
Eric Dolores' son.
Eric Omeg. So
Omeg.
that's a deep cut from Watertown, Wisconsin. There you go.
See, I don't know how to play Spider Solitaire. I can learn now.
Well, I know somebody who could teach you, I guess.
See,
I think
exactly.
she's dead now.
Poor
If you're out there,
Dolores.
Mrs. Omeg, listening.
It says, my son invented Spider Solitaire on her tombstone.
No, it just says, have you played Spider Solitaire? Ask me about Spider Solitaire.
Ask me about my son.
Oh, yes.
And then a lot of other games. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
But these are the ones.
Those are the
that I thought
highlights.
Were the highlights. Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles still good?
I'm right at the end, and
Cool.
I'm afraid to finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's that whole thing where you got to get all those relationships built up in each city. So annoying.
Yeah.
Still annoying. And almost not worth it. There's not a lot of rewards for that. So sometimes you get better gems to fight the level 99 monsters out there. But there's a part of me that knows I'm not going to do that anyway. So
Sure.
hell,
I'll
probably just complete it and then I'll lend it to you.
Hey.
All right, Josh. How about you, man? What have you been playing?
I haven't played much the last 3 weeks or so since reopening. It's been busy, but I did
At the
play
Drafty Cellar.
through at the Drafty Cellar. Mortal Kombat 11, played through the story. Got to see every single fatality.
Yes. Did you get the DLC? Have you played as RoboCop?
Not yet, but I do plan on getting it. It
Yeah.
sounds fun. I mean, fucking RoboCop.
I do want to play just to play RoboCop.
Oh,
Did you know that apparently the storyline for him in the arcade mode is that Kano travels through an interdimensional portal and starts selling drugs in Detroit, and RoboCop goes after him.
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
I mean, that Kano.
Drop your weapon.
Hiya, baby. Would you like some smack?
Oh my god, that's pretty funny though.
That's pretty cool, right?
I do like how they just try to tie it in somehow.
I like that they gave Kano that character. I don't recall him having speaking or anything like that in any Mortal Kombat game before. I feel like they really
all based on the movie.
They did go with the Australian
Mr. Shang Tsung.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they kind of based it off that. It's oh, cool.
Yeah.
In the first one, he was supposed to be Japanese American. I'm sorry, I've been thinking way too much about Mortal Kombat. You'll hear that on Raw Dogs.
Jesus.
Well, it's Pacina's brother, right?
The guy that played Kano?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
his name's
that was-
Rich.
Not in the movie.
Right.
It's in the original game.
Not the original. His brother played Raiden in the game.
Yeah, so Mortal Kombat 11, I'm not sure if I mentioned I got the PlayStation streaming service, whatever it's called, PlayStation Now.
Yes, now.
It's $42 for a year, and it has Spider-Man. I think God of War is rumored to be soon.
Oh, that makes sense.
It has a lot of good games on it, and it's under $4 a month.
That's yeah.
It's like, and I haven't had any lag issues or anything. Played a lot of oddball games. Yeah,
Sometimes you get lost in it. Trust me.
you
Having
just
Game Pass and anything.
you just
like this.
pick up like, oh, that game sucks, but I want to play it.
Sure.
You know, you want to play like, oh, I remember that one.
Yep.
I guess I didn't even think about it. I just hit X. I'm playing.
You play it for 5 minutes. And you're like, yep, that sucks.
Yeah. It's
I
fun,
was right.
No,
That's cool.
There's a lot of stuff on there. I see. I don't know. It's worth it.
Yeah.
What else? Man, I played some stuff. I like Mortal Kombat 11. It's fun.
I actually do want to get it for the Switch, oddly enough.
Yeah.
It was used at GameStop for like $20. I could
probably play fine, I think.
I don't know, because whenever for a while there, I got really into Street Fighter V on the PS4.
Yeah.
And I almost bought my first fight stick
Uh-huh.
because of that. And then for some reason, I
Then I
fell
didn't.
off. I was like, well, I'm not going to pay $120 for this nice fight stick.
Maybe they made some bug fixes, but I do remember that the Switch version of MK11 was kind of panned.
Yeah, I bet they made some fixes. They usually do.
Probably.
Unless you're like the Outer Worlds, and then it's just way too graphically powerful and there's too much going on.
Right. Hopefully it's not as that's disparate between the versions. But
I saw a bunch of streamers doing it because it was funny.
Oh, for sure. I laughed out loud. I think I said that in the last podcast. It was crazy. That's cool. I have been playing still more L.A. Noire, but I just got Last of Us 2 and started playing that on Friday when it came out. And it is more Last of Us. It is gorgeous. It's a very good-looking game.
Yes.
It's a very good-looking game.
You enjoying so far?
Enjoying is a strange word for these games.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to reconcile how I feel about the Last of Us games. And I'm like,
yeah,
I enjoy what I get out of the game, the experience, but I don't know if I actually enjoy or have fun playing these games. But I do ultimately like
Does it stress you out? Like it's tense or?
It's the carrot on the stick for these games is to get through the narrative, right? And I will say that Last of Us 2 is very compelling, like from the start, more so than the first. And I think that's just because you're already established with the characters, and there are some pretty big story beats that happen fairly early on in the game that make you want to, oh god, I gotta see what's going on. What's next. But gameplay wise, if you didn't like Last of Us gameplay, you're not going to like this, but it
makes sense.
Yeah. So you played it.
I've only played the demo before it was ever released.
Whoa.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. A lot of
I still do plan on playing it someday. So
I know a lot of this is going to get spoiled for me. I actually watched a full playthrough today.
Oh, did you? Okay.
About 15 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
no spoilers.
I never will. No, never. I just know it's going to be spoiled for me. And even when I do get into it, I'd heard so many weird things about it. I had to spoil it for myself. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say this, and this is not a spoiler. I'm not sure what the hubbub was about in terms of how upset this is making people. I don't get it. I honestly don't.
I've only heard some whiny negative reviews.
Yeah,
it seems whiny.
But it's whiny. I'm like, from the things I saw, I'm like, it's a good direction. Like I honestly, myself personally, I also wasn't super excited for this game because I thought the first one ended so well.
Right.
Bookend. In my head, I was done with it. It was palatable at the time, and I was impressed. Yeah. Now it's just like, well, 7 years later, I don't know, man. Like,
well, did you enjoy your watch through?
I did. The acting in this one, so good.
It's very good. It's very good. I did have one eye-rolling moment at the beginning of the game, and this isn't really much of a spoiler because it literally happens within the first 15 minutes. Troy Baker plays Joel. Like, one of the first things he does when he gets introduced in the game is sit down and play a guitar. And I'm like, Jesus, does Troy Baker have a fucking rider in his contract that says every game he's in now he has to, like,
Bioshock.
I gotta play guitar.
Yeah.
Ellie, I will not leave you. kind of thing. So
I mean, he's so good at what he does, though. It's hard to hate him.
I know I don't hate him for it, but
the guitar
it was very
thing
effective.
is a little much, yeah.
I will say
Is
the
he
guitar
shirtless,
chords,
too?
the animation for the guitar chords
We're spot on.
Spot on.
Really?
Like usually, like when you play a game and people are playing
Yeah.
guitar, it's just like a big club hand going up and down this fret.
Well, I
but they're
noticed-
actually doing the actual chord positionings with the hands. They modeled those. And I'm like, that's cool.
They can.
Another thing I noticed is that Ellie's record collection, they're all actual albums that exist.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, I know, like, there's one Crooked Still, which is a really great, like, bluegrass band, and I'm like, this is a really good, like, bluegrass album. I'm like, oh my God.
I think the development team just snuck in, like,
I think they
I
could,
love this
yeah.
band. Nobody,
Yeah.
they need to be known,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of that and getting through it. So,
Getting through it, that's a horrible way to, like, it's just like,
that's how I feel about it. Like,
I know, but it's
I don't mean that
so-
as like a pejorative. Like, I
This is
I
your
respect
mission.
these games.
You have to finish.
And like I
the
said,
mission.
I'm playing it on a PS4 Pro. It's, it's,
astounding, probably.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Animation's
Struggle.
crazy.
A struggle.
4K.
4K. And
Okay.
I don't think there is another game that has, I don't know, it sounds like my fucking PS4 is about to explode when I put that game on
That
pause.
one, really.
On pause. It's weird. But when you put it on pause, the fucking fans just like, I don't know if it's like, oh shit, we got to take a breather. And it sounds like it's going to go nuclear.
I mean, that,
I might
that
wait.
might be an issue. You never know. And you might not find out till next week.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I know inevitably it's the same thing that they did with the last one. I'm just going to wait for the PS5 version of this one because they're going to give it a slight graphical upgrade.
Yeah.
And they'll probably work out a few of the kinks that probably exist gameplay wise.
Probably.
So, I don't know.
And include, if they come out with like another expansion like they did with the Left Behind
I hope they do.
thing, they'll include that on there
I
too.
hope they do because there's a lot of stuff that's kind of left unsaid.
But yeah, you can bet your bippy there will be a PS5
Yes.
version of this.
Oh, yeah. It actually depends. I don't know. We don't know if we'll talk about it.
Very true.
Ah.
Josh,
Let's keep the hops rolling, Tom, with
Okay.
Microphone Brewing.
another beer on tap here.
Cats in the Cradle, double dry hop, double IPA.
Ooh.
From Microphone Brewing.
Love it.
Cats in the Cradle, and the Brad's not here to have any beer with us.
No. He's gone camping and he's pooping in a hole.
Keep going, Tom.
He's getting a new cat. That's not a lyric.
That's the cat's in the
Getting the cat to put
There you
in
go.
the cradle.
Ooh, the cat's in the kennel.
and the car windows are up.
Hopefully it doesn't suffocate.
Oh no. I love you. I love cats.
I do too.
I love the musical.
I
All
do
right.
too.
Thanks. Thanks, Josh.
Memories all
Memories. Yeah. Thanks for the memories. Cheers.
That was a
What
good
are you
song,
drinking at
guys.
home? Let us know.
Jennifer Hudson kills it in that movie. She's like the only well, I'm going to say this. Everything bad about it is everything that's also good about that movie. But Jennifer Hudson, like I was laughing the entire way through, but then when she gets on screen, man, because she's Grisabella, she fucking rips it up. You got to at least watch that scene.
I just want to say thank
YouTube
you
it.
for being the one guy that saw that movie.
The one guy.
The one
oh
guy,
hell
yeah.
no.
Wait, what movie?
Okay, one
Cats.
of like 10 people that saw Cats.
It's worth
the
it,
movie.
man.
I saw the trailer. I thought I was going to have nightmares.
Shats. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Oh,
Are you ready for
beer is
the
very
news?
Absolutely.
Tom, go.
All right. Well, we had some news break today, and I don't know if I'm really prepared for this, but let's talk about it quick. I think the biggest thing that happened today was Microsoft.
Poor Ninja.
Yeah, Microsoft is shutting down Mixr and transitioning users to Facebook Gaming.
Wow.
And to my knowledge, I don't have all the details. So if you guys know about the story, please correct me.
Nobody was on Mixer.
Not a lot of people. I do feel bad for people who were on Mixr and trying to cultivate their audience and build their audience there, because this sounds like the rug just got pulled out from under them, even though I think they promised that, we're going to transition to Facebook Gaming to host all the streaming things. Everything that Mixr had will have a counterpart at Facebook Gaming, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the people are going to follow, to Facebook Gaming. And like you said, Ninja and obviously
I don't watch a lot of streamers.
Yeah, here at the Dogcast, we love streaming.
We are the streamers.
We are, and by we love it, like we know little.
Hey, if you're
or
interested in watching us stream, that's perfect. But
yeah, that's cool.
It's really hard for me to watch certain people stream.
Yeah.
I love a good Let's Play, but streaming, I don't know.
So it sounds like everything's going to be transitioned by July 22nd. Everything will be on Facebook.
That's so sudden. But you want to know what? There is something, to me, this actually seems like a bit of a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook they already have an install base. It's already on everyone's phones and computers. And I think it's just another way that Facebook can dominate people's brains.
Yeah.
Dominate me, Facebook.
I have a quote here from Phil Spencer, who was talking to Polygon.
Whitney Facebook.
Phil said, "We made a decision earlier this year that we were going to change approach," speaking about Mixr. "We weren't going to be continuing with Mixr as it was, and we wanted to find a partner for us who had a similar worldview on how gaming can evolve and the impact it could have, and a partner that had unique assets to really take that Mixr community, make it their own, and grow it to the level of impact and size that I really think it deserves and needs. Streamers look at their streaming capability as a livelihood. That's how they make a living. Reaching more and more customers is important to that ecosystem, and finding a partner like Facebook that can really reach the scale that community needs, I think, is critical to the long-term success." So it sounds like Microsoft wasn't really willing to put any more money into growing Mixr. Let's offload it to a third party. Facebook is a very odd choice, kind of a controversial choice, I would say. Facebook, I guess, not necessarily the belle of the ball anymore as far as social consciousness and politics of recent days.
I got off Facebook 5 years ago, never looked back. I think it's a scummy ass company that helped Russia interfere in our election. And
you heard it here first.
And I think that they weren't properly held accountable, and I think that's problematic. And also, they're also responsible for radicalizing people, and they don't know when to shut their fucking mouths. I just hate Mark Zuckerberg. I really do.
The views of Dylan don't necessarily reflect the views of the rest of the hair of the Dogcast.
No, I will say that this is my opinion.
I didn't like the Social Network. Well, overrated.
Fuck Jesse Eisenberg.
So overrated.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Row your boat.
Winklevoss twins.
I made the Facebook app.
Yeah, Army Hammer.
That's
both
the movie.
of them.
Oh yeah. Well, this is also just a sign that we're one step closer to some scummy Ready Player One style universe.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'll be honest. I didn't know Facebook gaming was a thing, really, or it was a platform such as this, I guess. So.
Now that I think
to be continued, I guess.
If they're going to pump money into that, there's obviously going to be a lot more advertisements for it. If you're already on it, it's not like you have to sign up with a new username. You're on Facebook already. It's more data to track.
Yep. So this is breaking news. Obviously, we don't have all the details, but we'll see what happens. All right, moving on. Cyberpunk has been delayed again. I don't know if any of you are looking forward to playing Cyberpunk, the game coming from CD Projekt Red.
I have nothing that can actually support it, technically. My PC can, but it's not going to run well. Oh. I need a new graphics card.
Well, you'll be happy to know that when you get that sparkling new PS5, Dylan,
it's going to be on that.
You could be playing it possibly at the same time that those consoles are released, because the game has moved from the September 17th release date now to November 19th. CD Projekt Red released what I thought was a pretty candid statement that basically said they needed extra time for balancing and to fix remaining bugs and polish the game. They basically said, hey, it's going to be ready when it's done. It's not just a phrase we say because it sounds right. It's something we live by, even when we know we'll take the heat for it. So good on them. I like that.
When the game's done, it's done. It's the Nintendo principle.
Yeah, and this game has been in development for 7 years since it was announced.
We got a regular Duke Nukem Forever on our hands, huh?
No. No.
This is the game I'm looking forward to playing the most.
I am
year.
very interested in this game.
So, like we just mentioned, this will potentially put the games released around the same time as Xbox Series X, PS5, all the next-gen consoles coming out.
Did they announce it for PS5, Series X?
Yes, they did. There will be a next-gen version of the game. But
well, if I mean, people playing on their PS4s, the way this game looks, from everything I can tell, that's going to blow up people's console.
Right? Yeah.
It's going to destroy it. It's going to melt.
Yes.
I would have no interest playing this on a PS4 to begin with.
So when it does come out, CD Projekt Red did say that the version that comes out in November will be playable on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be the next-gen version of the game. But it will be playable at least.
Well, fair.
I know it had been announced for the new Xbox that if you buy the version for Xbox One, you will get the next-gen upgrade for free.
I could play it.
When that comes out?
I could play this. I have an Xbox One.
You do?
It's early model. I don't know how well it's going to work, but...
Technically, you could. Yeah.
I suppose I could.
Your PC could... I would play it on your PC before you play it.
No, man. I'm going to bet the specs are well past the GTX 980.
Nah, dude.
So many games. There's so many games. Even One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 doesn't run properly on my PC.
Really?
It might be an optimization issue. I'm not sure, but...
I had a 980 for Witcher 3, and that was like...
It still doesn't work quite that well.
Yeah. I couldn't run it on... I got a 1080 after that, and I'm just like, okay.
All medium settings, which still looks better than a PS4, but like...
Oh, yeah.
Same time, though, it's like if I have a PC, I'm going to want this thing to... I want to see all the textures, baby.
Yep. I hear you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the next-gen version is coming out in 2021. I don't know. That'd be awesome, though. If I don't want to advocate crunch, don't worry. I'll play the next-gen version whenever it comes out. But, hey, if you could just, like, maybe drop that in November as well, that'd be, like, the killer app third-party launch game for both these consoles. Seller. That's, like, both system sellers. Yeah.
It's just an automatic, just like, okay.
But, honestly, this will probably be the game when I get one of the consoles, if I get one of the consoles.
You don't think you are? Well, I mean,
I got to get my pre-order.
Sell out right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a pre-order?
No, they haven't announced prices yet for any of them.
Oh, right.
We'll talk about that in a bit, Dylan. All right, next story here. Nintendo is officially getting out of the mobile game space, so no more iPhone.
Were they ever in it?
Android games. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Fire Emblem Heroes, the only successful one they had.
How about Mario Run?
Mario Run.
I remember it happened, but that was like a long time ago.
Yeah, so
yeah,
this actually broke today, I think, as well. So a recent report from Bloomberg stated that Nintendo had not been particularly happy with how their mobile games, like what we just talked about, Mario Kart Tour, Mario Run, Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, etc., have performed. And yeah, they have no more plans to release any more mobile-oriented games, even though the sales had reportedly reached around like $1 billion, like all in for everything. They still were a bit underwhelmed by that. So they just said, fuck it, we're out. And one of the key factors has been the success of the Switch, I read.
Just stay focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, it's selling like gangbusters, and it's in enough hands now, the Switch, where they can let's just keep making $50 or $60 games that people are going to buy.
Here's one thing I can say. Allie works at Target. Mm-hmm. That's my girlfriend.
Hi, Allie. We love you.
And she today got her hands on a pair of Joy-Cons. And if you know anything about how those are impossible to find right now.
Are they?
She said, this is the first time I've seen them in probably 2 months.
Did she buy you a pair?
Well, yeah, she bought them, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's the red and blue ones.
That's a good woman.
Yeah.
Keep that lady.
She needs it. She wants it for Animal Crossing. So there's a bit of a...
There you go.
We're splitting the cost.
Right down the middle.
But it's also like you can't find pro controllers anywhere. And if you even cases and mild plugins for your car, like the cigarette lighter one, you can't find them anywhere.
Wow.
Just nowhere. You can get the off-brand stuff, but people want the on-brand stuff when it comes to Nintendo. And it's just, you can't, there's nothing. Even the games, if you go in the game section in Target and you look in the Switch area, good luck.
Yeah, I have not been in my local retailers' gaming aisles in a while. And I heard Switches are starting to kind of be able to be found again after the great COVID buy-up.
It'll trickle back in, but we haven't seen a shortage this bad since the thing was released.
Right. So I think they just said, hey, we can fucking just sell these games. We don't have to worry about mobile anymore. The Switch has selling better than we ever expected it to. So
When Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, it's going to be probably the best seller of that year.
yeah, could be this year. Who knows?
I don't know. Here's the thing. They apparently, internally, Mario Kart 9 was supposed to come out this year. But they had to delay it.
Okay. Nintendo always likes to drop a bomb
the rumor.
around the
Yep.
the release when the other companies release their consoles. They like to drop some huge stuff. I remember the day that Xbox One came out, they released Super Mario 3D World and Link Between Worlds on the same day.
Yeah, that
And those were the games I played like more than I played the new consoles. I wonder if they'll fucking come out with something.
Well,
they haven't really announced their big winter game.
That was what 9 was supposed to be.
Okay.
Because they saw the success of 8, and so they actually put more people on development. This is all rumor. But like heard it through the grapevine kind of stuff. It was supposed to come out by apparently like October. And now they're thinking more of like a March, which would still sell like hotcakes.
That makes sense.
Mario Kart 8, a game that came out in 2014.
Yeah. And March would still be at the end of their fiscal year, I guess.
Yeah.
So they could, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know where you get your rumors from, but
Reddit.
your hearsay.
Reddit, but also, like video game blogster number 5. You
Right.
know, like it's all heard through the grapevine, but there's a lot of leakers in Nintendo, as it turns
Lots
out.
leakers. Josh, you been playing the Switch lately?
No, Tom.
Okay, moving on. Speaking of
Being
Nintendo,
honest.
I'm going to go back to you, Mr. Ninfrendo, Dylan. Talk about this Pokemon Snap thing. This got announced, and kind of the internet went a little bit bonkers. I know nothing about this, really. You take pictures.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap is an on-rails shooter for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
But instead of shooting things, you take photos of Pokemon in various candid situations.
Compromising positions.
Ooh.
It's like voyeur.
Kind of. I mean, there are things you can do, like you can throw apples, and maybe they'll run towards the apple to eat them, and then you can take a picture of them eating an apple, or you can throw like a gas ball at them, and then they'll be like, and maybe they'll fall in a lava pit and then turn into a Charizard or something. And I loved this game when it came out.
It was big.
It was big, but I feel like it's a little too late to have this first sequel come out. I think this is going to get a lot of extremely lackluster response because people have built this up in their head for an extremely long period of time.
Sure.
I love this game, but I'm also not a particular fan of it. I mean, like, if I want to take photos of stuff, I've got my phone.
I think that was my take when the game came out. I was never a Pokemon guy. I was a little older for that, but I guess I didn't understand it too much.
It's like
why would you
going
want
on
to take pictures of?
Because you get graded on your pictures.
Yeah.
And I guess it's getting like the best picture or getting it in just the right pose. I can understand that aspect of it. But it's also in the novelty of going on like a Pokemon safari, because that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
You're this doofus.
You get to shoot them. Like I said, I would play that game.
Yeah, a lot of people would.
Yeah, the big buck hunter Pokemon.
They already have Pokemon Go, don't they? Don't you think the mobile game app would have maybe been great on that with your iPhones taking pictures?
That makes a lot of sense, Josh. No, yeah, that's originally what I thought, because it's like an augmented reality to begin
You saw
with, right?
people going crazy for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I know.
People be walking like, why are you? People are just walking around at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'd
Gotta
be
catch
like
ghosts.
10 of them, yeah.
It's crazy. You think that there's just a mob of people.
So I think it'd be a way to revive the Pokemon Go craze.
I just feel really burnt out on Pokemon, I guess.
Oh,
I didn't even
stop it.
I didn't get the expansion that just came out.
Okay, shit, man. Wow.
I just didn't feel the need to.
Whoa.
I've kind of flipped on Sword and Shield a little.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So I didn't read the details. Are they originally releasing just like the Gen 1 Pokemon? And then is this an opportunity for Nintendo to add subsequent packs and keep milking the fucking money?
I saw a Grookey with a Pikachu, and that's this recent gen with the first gen. I'm going to guess that not every single Pokemon's going to be in this. In the first one, there were only 150. Well,
Okay,
not even then. Maybe there will be expansions.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, Dylan.
I mean,
there will be.
It just upsets me. It's a photo taking game. I don't know, man.
Right. Yeah,
and then everyone's like, "Oh, my childhood, like nostalgia." I'm like, "You're too young to have nostalgia.
Yeah,
You're my age.
fuck
You're,
you, kid.
You're 30
know.
fucking years old. Get over yourself, man." It's like, I played this all the time when I was little, and now I'm sophisticated and an adult. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
It's
We're
ridiculous.
I'll start looking back when I'm like 50. Thanks.
I'd love to hear.
I hate nostalgia.
If they had like
a
narration and commentary by Richard Attenborough,
poison.
I think that would be cool.
Richard Attenborough? Okay.
Yes.
I'm into that.
Look at the bird.
I just wonder what the...
More Werner Herzog.
I'm really curious at what the interactivity is actually going to be. A game like Pokemon Snap is so of its time, and it was kind of like a graphical powerhouse. They can't make a graphical powerhouse
Did
anymore.
Snap come with a peripheral at all, or was that Stadium? I just remember like
Stadium.
a big ass fucking box for one of
Stadium.
the. Okay.
So Stadium had the insert for the where you could put your Game Boy game, and so you could get data from like a red and blue, or like gold and silver, and then your Pokemon could fight in the game.
Fights.
Yep, Pokemon Snap. I don't know. Just remember, kids, nostalgia is a poison.
Yeah. When is it coming out?
I don't know.
Do you know? Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know if they even announced that. So
Right. Just that it's coming.
I saw a trailer. I thought that was enough.
Josh, what are we drinking? You just poured us some new beers. Wow,
We have
we're
a new
going
beer?
through.
Wow, we do. Schematically, we're drinking the Eagle Park Brewing Company's Blackberry Raspberry Jam Sesh. It is a peanut butter jelly themed cream ale with raspberries.
No
and
raspberry.
blackberries.
Actually, no. This is really good.
Yeah,
It's pretty good. It's not one of my favorites.
you know, the raspberry jam sesh, the second one they did was the best in my opinion. That was like I could drink that forever.
Yeah, there have been other flavors of the jam sesh where I'm like, this is fucking stellar.
The peanuts not as strong in this one, but you know, it's a berry cream ale. You know,
I get the peanut
with
quite a
some
bit.
nut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you had
I saw the fucking nut.
the previous ones, they're a little more nuttier, nutty, and
That fucking
drink.
nut.
Yes,
All right.
Tom, I am a nut. How do you know these things?
Wow.
Sometimes I feel like a nut.
The sexual tension in the air.
Yeah. Okay, so one of our last stories here before we get on to the main event, all the WB's game studios are up for sale.
What?
So according to a CNBC report, AT&T is looking to sell off its entire Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment division to help reduce some of the debt that it's accrued. So this is essentially all of their game development studios. And these include Traveler's Tales, Rocksteady,
Jesus.
NetherRealm, you Mortal Kombat people.
What do you want?
Monolith
from me?
Productions.
Justice.
Yeah.
Yep. WB Boston, Avalanche. So I think that's Just Cause and Paydemic and all the WB variants in Montreal, San Francisco, San Diego.
Ooh, and WB Montreal supposedly has a game that's been in development since the end of the Arkham Knight.
Yeah. It's interesting because, you know, they have access to all these licenses from Warner Brothers and they're being sold, but the licenses are not coming with. I mean, they're not part of the deal from what I understand.
That is troubling.
So, you know, such as Harry Potter, the DC Comics. So, you know, you're not getting Arkham or Injustice games. You know, Rocksteady, they did all the Arkham, you know, games. And
Apparently there's been the Injustice 3 has been in the works for a while too. And then there's also this extremely ambitious Harry Potter game that's been in development for a little while as well.
right.
That is not good news for these studios at all.
Yeah. So the rumored price that they're asking is $4 billion for everybody. And interested parties include Take-Two, Electronic Arts, and Activision, which is not good. This is like one time where I'm like, man, I hope, well, Take-Two, maybe, or Microsoft or somebody could just fucking swoop in and be like, all right,
Microsoft Studios,
we'll take you in.
they're still good. Yeah.
Like they just bought like 13, you know, studios though. So I think
they
they're
can
good.
afford it too. It's really,
Oh, yeah.
it's no skin off of Microsoft's back. They might as well just, I really hope that they can at least maintain the licenses from WB, like all those characters.
Yeah, I think they'd have to renegotiate for sure.
I
know
imagine they would have to, at least for the ones that are already in development.
Yep.
They're not going to just invest all this money and then cancel these games. I mean, they could actually. That's a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, they could. But I mean, a lot of great fucking talent. And I did hear that there was a bid for $2 billion for all the studios, but
I won't say who.
They won't say who.
I'm gonna guess Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, well, Electronic Arts has a history of buying, and so does Activision. Just buying all these studios, and then they just get shut down. So it's like
I've been boycotting EA for the past like several years. You're just not going to let me play video games.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah. We should drive down to Chicago and talk to Ed Boon and just say like, man, hey we feel you. We hope it all works out for you.
I'm right there with you. Let's go cheer him up.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's the end of our current news section. Let's go ahead and take a break and listen to all these fun shows from the Greenlit Podcast Network. And we'll be right back. And we're going to talk about PlayStation 5 reveal.
Hey, Benito. I've been reading the Bible lately, and nobody ever told me how many talking dogs and wizard battles were in this thing.
Well, Chris, you know what I always say. If you can understand Star Wars, you can understand the Bible.
Apocrypals, part of the Greenlit Podcast Network.
How does Bloodborne stack up against, say, Oregon Trail? And is Bomberman just Lode Runner from a different point of view? Find out on Hardcore Gaming 101's Top Games, where we objectively, definitively, and scientifically rank the games you nominate for our ever-growing list. HG 101's Top Games, twice a week, every week, right here on Greenlit.
Alrighty then, and we're back, everybody. Guys, we did it.
We're here.
We made it to
everybody.
the second half of the episode
Welcome.
It's been so long.
in record time.
Welcome to the dark side.
Oh my god, Anakin! Yeah, we're back, and we're gonna discuss and just jib and jab about the PlayStation 5 reveal that Sony had on the evening of June 11th.
Whoa.
Great Robert Stack impression.
Update: we have no idea where the fuck he is.
Who, Robert Stack?
Robert-
A grave.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, on the evening of June 11th, Sony put forth their video that finally revealed the PlayStation 5 along with a bunch of games. This was basically, like Dylan, you said, their E3 press conference, I would say, in video form.
Yeah.
And
This is probably what they were going to do anyway, so...
something close, for sure. Let's get right into it. We'll talk about the games first, and then we can kind of give our overall impressions as we're going through, and then talk about our thoughts on the actual console reveal, and then just wrap it up.
Yeah, let's roll.
Okay.
Oh, I hate it. Let's do it.
All right. If you haven't watched this video, people, you should go watch it. It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
Too long.
It's a little long. A lot of games.
A lot of panning shots of the goddamn console itself.
Yes.
I said enough.
Yes. Before you even knew it
know
was
what
a
it looks
console.
like.
You're right. Yeah. So let's go through the order. They actually, curiously, they led off the conference with a trailer for the next GTA.
GTA 5.
Right.
Whoa.
Oh, wait. You
I've
mean
been
the
looking-
same GTA?
I've been looking forward to this GTA for a long time.
Right.
You're finally going to get it, Dylan.
Thank you.
Ever since it
Wow.
came out in 2013. Yeah.
They're
Sony.
redoing it for PS5. It used to be on PS3.
Yeah, and I
And
hear...
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I hear.
Sony led off
And I heard that it was free on
with
free on computer. Right?
Grand Theft Auto 5. And I thought this was a very odd choice, given that the game came out 7 years ago.
They need an install base. They just need...
So what this ended up being was kind of a teaser for GTA Online.
Pretty much.
PS5 owners will get GTA 5 or GTA Online for free, and I think they're going to add some bells and whistles to the main game.
I hear you just get more money or something.
Yes, PS4 owners will get $1 million in online bucks. So, I mean, very smart on Rockstar's part and Sony's part to partner with Rockstar, but
Of course.
basically signal to people like, hey, GTA Online's going to keep going because you guys keep spending money and we're going to make all the money on the new consoles now.
I was stop making single player content.
I thought, well, I'm glad you said that because I actually thought, holy shit, they're coming out with the single player expansion now.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, it doesn't be
Too
like
late.
a new...
That's what I thought it was at first. I literally
You really
thought that.
did?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, oh, could this be that?
Well, it's like when they keep re-showing Skyrim. It's like, I'm not thinking, it's the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one again.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, nope, just PS5 owners are going to get GTA Online for free in 2021.
I mean,
and
fair,
you get $1 million.
That's so fair, though. Like,
Free? Yeah.
it's a big fat fine.
It's a big fat fine. Just the stamp comes down, boilerplate.
It's the Dylan fine, acceptable.
It's fine.
It's a check mark.
Yeah. You know, nothing says, I'm going to show you my fucking next-gen platform by showing Trevor from GTA 5.
Yeah, who has not aged well as a character.
No, not really.
Been 7 years.
Yes, I know.
So, okay.
Shut up.
So after we got that out of the way,
Boulder.
they did show what I guess is going to be a next-gen game, although it's kind of unclear if it's going to also be playable on PS4. And there was some confusion behind exactly what this game is, and I'm talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales, which they kind of marketed as the next chapter in the Spider-Man saga. But, you know, it caused a bit of a ruckus on the internet because people were like,
clear.
Is this a sequel? Is this an expansion?
imagine it's Sony and they got dibs, right? So it's going to be another, it's going to be like the previous one probably, but
From what I understand, it's like Uncharted Lost Legacy to Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
And it's its standalone thing.
Yep.
But it's probably not going to be as long and probably more focused until they actually develop the actual sequel.
Yep. And I think you're right. They came out and said that. I think a Sony executive came out and said, it further muddied the waters and said it was like an expansion. And then I think Insomniac finally came out and said, like, no, it's a standalone game. So it's a standalone expansion like Lost Legacy, which is fine.
was it going to be full
'Cause
price or?
I'm going to imagine $40.
I would say about 40 because that's
I would
what
say 40. Yeah.
I think they even mentioned, like kind of like Lost Legacy, and which I love. I love Lost Legacy.
Never played that one. I
It's
hear it's great.
it's great. I have.
I love Chloe.
It's me
I mean,
too.
who
I'm a
doesn't, though?
Chloe fan. I
Sure.
hope Chloe's in Miles Morales, but it looked good. It's like New York in wintertime, so at least they're kind of changing up the environment. And I thought Miles was a great character in the Spider-Man game itself. I liked some of his sequences.
It's a good way to reuse assets.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a clever way to do it, but it's also there are probably still people out there who are itching for more of this.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played it myself. People are big fans of it. I'm just not sure the game is for me.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure it's for me.
Oh, dude.
Honestly, all you
From what
got
I've
to
seen
do
him.
is just swing for a few times
gotta
and
play
beat a
it.
few
I'm
dudes
gonna
up,
play
gotta.
it.
and you go,
Dylan.
okay.
Listen, if I find a good deal
I'll
on
play
it,
Mario Party. Just if you play
It's
Spider-Man.
on the
Play Spider-Man.
PlayStation streaming service.
It's
I don't
$4
have
a
a
month.
PlayStation anymore.
That's
That's the problem. You know what? Like,
Don't worry.
if I find I find a Death Stranding PlayStation 4 at a decent price, that isn't $600 fucking dollars.
Is it still going for that?
That's
The
ridiculous.
Death Stranding one, especially.
Fuck that.
I want the one that looks like that is like that clear, like orange one, and then like the
Dylan.
model itself. These are resellable. It's not like owning a regular.
Are you going to
PlayStation
resell
4.
it?
No, but it's nice to have as a collect. But it's something you can display. It's a nice collector's item.
No, absolutely not.
Play it on your shelf. and play
Okay.
it.
So that was
Yeah.
Miles Morales. That looks Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is probably, if it's not a PS4 game, this is probably a game that they're going to use to bite their teeth. How do you, what is this saying? Use it to
Foreplay.
see how they can develop. Yes, to get their feet wet with the PS5 before making the true sequel to Spider-Man 2. Next, Gran Turismo 7. I don't know if you guys are Gran Turismo people.
I am,
You
kinda.
got to have the car game, right? Just
Whatever.
from an overall standpoint, one thing I wanted to call out was there weren't a lot of release dates noted for any of these games.
I noticed
Very
like
rare.
month dates, and a lot of them. What I did notice were at the end of the year or early next year.
Some of them were, but I think the majority, or at least a good half or 3/4, probably didn't have
I don't think they needed to.
So
I think you expect that from like a Nintendo conference, but this was all pizzazz.
Yeah,
this entire conference was just pizzazz.
Sony's good at. Remember the Sony E3 where they debuted Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yep.
They debuted Shenmue 3,
Shenmue
God of
3.
War. It was 4 games, but they were games that are either not even out yet.
Yeah.
But they created so much hype because of like Shenmue and stuff. They are good at just stoking the fires of hype, even if the games are years and years away. And not
it's the only
just
part,
like, by the way, this isn't coming out this decade.
It's the only part of Sony that's relatively profitable right now. Is their video games division.
Yeah.
So they have to put all their best people in that area.
It's true. So Gran Turismo 7 looks like a good GT. I don't know if you guys are GT people.
I played 5 and a little bit of 6.
Okay.
I loved 5 when it came out. I even had a wheel for it for a little while. Ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I started actually driving as a job, and I was just like,
every day is Gran Turismo.
it's like every day is Gran Turismo.
Plus talking to people. I mean, it looks good.
They look amazing usually.
Yes.
You know?
I mean,
they're graphics powerhouses.
You always have to have like the car game around launch time. And I don't know if this one's coming out around launch time, but
I doubt it.
You do need to have that because that is, just a showcase usually of, hey, these are cars. People know what cars look like in real life. Look how nice these cars look like in on your new shiny PS5.
I mean, it's probably going to look so close to real life. It's just all people are going to talk about this entire gen is the blurred line between reality.
Everybody get up.
And
hey.
And simulation. That's all people are going to talk about. It's going to be really weird.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
It's almost all real,
my friend. Yes.
Because if this has the processing power and like the ability to generate the type of lighting it does, the easiest way to fool the human eye is to give like realistic lighting.
Yes.
It's why all paintings work.
That's why Vermeer is such a fucking just boss.
I've seen the way you looked in mirrors.
Well, Okay, so next they showed Ratchet and Clank, and we're not going to go through every game, but they had some heavy hitters.
I'm into it,
kind of up front. And okay, so this is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, also by Insomniac Games. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank ever. Haven't seen the movie.
The movie's really bad.
Is it? Okay.
I didn't know there was a movie.
Then the game they released. The game they released is basically the movie, but like an extended version of it. And for reference, the one that they would release previous to this most previous one was called Into the Nexus. And it was a shorter game, but they were trying to prepare you for like the next generation of Ratchet and Clank. Didn't quite turn out that way. It's a good video game. And then they had that movie reboot thing, and clearly there was a mandate from someone higher up that was like, no, this has to be a movie tie-in.
A tie-in?
And I think that fucked them up for a while.
Okay.
So I'm excited for this. An original story. I think it's cool. I'll play it.
It looked really good, I thought.
Yeah.
It's fun arcade combat.
It was a free game on PlayStation Plus, like, I don't know when.
Which one did you play?
I don't remember which one it was.
Like
but
a Crack in Time or
Sure.
Seeds of Destruction.
Played for a couple hours. It was fun. But I had another game, whatever it was at the time, where I'm like, I am devoted to something else. I'm sorry, Ratchet and or Clank.
Yeah.
It's A-okay. I didn't get into them until I got a bunch of used games for the PS3.
Yeah. Well, what they showed of this game, I thought was probably one of the most next-gen things that they showed, or at least something that showed what the PS5 is kind of capable of, because there's a lot of portal play. So you're jumping through portals to a completely different world really quickly. Mm-hmm. So I think that was like a showcase of, hey, look at this SSD that we have. Look how quick we can load these different worlds, because you're just like, boom, 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 fine. I like you're right. At one point, it shows you riding on a dragon, almost like Panzer Dragoon style, a little bit. And it also showed like a lot of the ray tracing, a lot of the reflections.
Ray tracing.
I'm really excited about ray tracing.
It's a beautiful word.
It is. And the more I see games that like incorporate it, the more like hyped I'm getting on it, because this could be something that differentiates this generation from the last generation. Whereas, there wasn't really the big thing from Xbox One, PS4 from 360 to.
It occurred about 2 years out from each of them. Like, like the PS4 started being like the PS4 to me.
Right.
About early 2015.
Right. It's almost like Mode 7 on the SNES, where you had something from day one, like, the fucking NES couldn't do this shit. Pilot Wings is awesome. Look at me. I'm a parachuter. I can rotate the fucking world.
So
but it's
accurate.
it's something that you could just look at and say, like, this is next gen, motherfucker. So I'm excited about this. It looked good. I don't know if
I'm excited to have that's part of the reason I'm excited about having this machine around is just that, like, Switch is such a novelty, but having something that is so dedicated to just video gaming that is supposed to also look astonishing and fantastic.
Yeah.
They know that they have to pull out the stops for this because they've got nothing else that separates them from the other things. Nintendo's got every one of their gimmicks and their first party titles.
Right.
PlayStation has to fucking rip the cord on this one. Otherwise there won't be a PlayStation 6. I mean, they have to try their hardest.
Yeah. I think they're going to be okay. I think there'll be a PlayStation 6 for sure.
I'm not so sure.
Oh shit!
This might be
We're gonna have
That's
to
exactly
fight.
how I feel about Xbox.
We're gonna fight now. Yeah,
Just get a PC tower. They're essentially turning into the same
I could
thing.
I could see Xbox saying like, you can just fucking play our games from an app on your TV now.
If they don't make any new games this next generation, which I feel like Xbox One only has like a couple. If they do the same thing, like I don't know how they could be anything.
They've got name brand alone because 360 was so ubiquitous.
Yeah, they're also a $1 trillion company, and if they want to throw money,
Well,
they'll make an
eventually-
Xbox Series X, triple X.
Eventually, though, will
Extra
fail. Like, oh yeah, we need to make new games. Oh
yeah. So I don't know.
and if a lot of these new games on the PlayStation's reveal, which there's probably a ton more in the works.
I'm imagining most of these are exclusives.
Yeah, and if they are, they might be a gazillion miles ahead of Xbox.
Yeah, some of these
And-
are.
and kill it. And Nintendo being successful, definitely.
Yeah. I see your Sony pony fucking colors coming through, Josh.
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh my god.
diehard
Who here is a-
PlayStation over Xbox.
Xbox Crots.
I have
Man,
all the
that's not a good
Xbox consoles.
An Xbox crotch.
Xbox.
Didn't really
X-crotch?
rhyme. X-crotch.
There you go.
Xbox
go.
and Crons.
They could have called the new console that. It would have been more creative.
It could have.
Call it the Hexbox.
So there you go. That was Ratchet and Clank. Probably the game that I thought looked the most or showed the most next gen capabilities.
Yep.
Let's move on. There's a game called Stray
With a kitty.
by
in a
Blue
robot
12,
world.
published by Annapurna Games. This looked fucking. I didn't do any looking up on what kind of game this is, but you are a cat in fucking Blade Runner, and
It's very.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in.
Have you ever played the game Tokyo Jungle?
Yes.
You
No.
played Tokyo Jungle?
Yeah.
This reminded me
Very
of Tokyo
unique.
Jungle. Tokyo Jungle rules, by the way, Tom.
I think it's a really cool concept.
It's
just
excellent,
feel like
yeah.
it's a little. I mean, I picked up and played. I never got too far in it.
No, it's
I
kind
spent
of half.
3-4 hours, and I never
think I
really
did,
did
no.
anything.
It's
I've heard
kind
of
of a
it.
half roguelike, but you get to choose which animal you are in the ruins of like a post-apocalyptic Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
I think
you
you
have
start
to
as a
fight.
dog, right?
You start as a Pomeranian.
Yeah.
As
But
you
then-
do.
But then as you unlock more creatures, you get to be them, and they all have their own play styles and abilities. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Okay.
This really reminded me
2012.
of that.
Shit. Okay.
It was a free PlayStation. So when PS3 was still getting free games, toward the end there, it was one of the last few
Oh, really?
PlayStation 3 games. While nobody was downloading them, and I was still downloading the PS3 free games.
Fuck
Might as
yeah.
well because it's free.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Any more thoughts on Stray? Because
I just want to be a little kitty.
this one definitely ranked up there for me. I'm like, I
It didn't
don't
really
care if
show
it.
anything though, right?
No.
Just a weird.
A lot of these were just trailers with a little bit of gameplay for some of them. But And this one didn't look next gen to me. You know, this one's definitely probably coming to all the systems, but we'll see. Right after Stray, they did have a splash for some of the basic PS5 specs. So we can expect 4K Blu-ray, the SSD drive, you know, that they've been touting, ray tracing, haptic feedback. It has adaptive triggers, a motion sensor in it, 3D audio, and they even called out a USB port on the controller, which I thought was just kind of like, really?
It's important.
It's very important. Yes.
No, it is. It really is. A mini USB.
This is where you charge.
This is actually where... No, this is... Yeah, I know. But like especially on the Xbox One, like if they don't explain what the method is, people are going to worry that it's going to be battery packs like it was with the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's silly to me.
That's actually,
but if you don't advertise it straight up,
but it's like saying showing a car commercial and like steering wheel.
I don't think so. I don't think so because it's not a 1-to-1. It's like basically saying like, look,
you can still charge it.
This has Bluetooth capability. Don't worry. You don't need to bring your CD case into this car. I think that's a better analogy.
Yeah. That is a good point. I did not think about that.
It's literally telling you like, look, we know how Xbox fucked up last time, and we're keeping with this tradition, just so you understand.
Yes.
I was going to pick up my Xbox One controller and play. Well,
batteries were dead.
I didn't have any batteries.
No way to charge it.
I was not playing Xbox One, and I wasn't anytime soon because I didn't have time to run to the store.
Yeah.
With COVID, stores close at 8. It was like past 8.
Right.
I wasn't going to get up and go just for that when I could pick up my PS4 controller that I can charge.
Mm.
It's just, you're right though. It's extremely important that you just you just give people that peace of mind.
The easy access.
I don't think it was a brag, to be honest. So I think it's just another feature that they showed as a camera panned around.
But it was just so funny where, you know, they could have just showed the USB port on the controller, but they just called it out with like this sexy text, like USB port.
Whoa. Wait, no, is it the new mini USB or is it the old mini USB?
Maybe it was a jab.
Who knows? It's probably proprietary technology. No, it's got to be mini micro USB.
Yeah.
One of the newer ones.
The new ones, yeah.
Okay,
yep.
So basically I can charge my phone on my PS5. That's good.
All right. So after that, they showed a game called Returnal by Housemarque.
Doom Returnal. No, that looked
interesting
unique.
name.
I mean, it looked all right.
Yeah, it didn't look bad. It was like almost like a woman who's like stuck in a loop or something.
Death Stranding shooter.
Yep. Well, these are the people.
I crash, I attack, I crash, I start all over or something.
I'm into it. I'm into it all.
It looked good. I like Housemarque.
It looked like it could be way more than we expected. Or maybe early stage, whatever.
Yeah. Live, die, repeat.
For a year. Yeah.
And the actress looked a lot like Lindsay Wagner. I don't know if that's her or not, but
could be.
Who knows? Death Stranding's Lindsay Wagner. And then Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Sackboy!
I don't know. I'm not a little Big Planet guy.
Me neither, but it looks like
how much you loved Sackboy. You just like how he looks.
I do like Sackboy. I like the design of Sackboy, but
I think he's scary.
He better fucking control a lot better in this game, which is like So that was like a Mario 3D World perspective platformer.
Well, this looks like it's going to be, just that a puzzle platformer, which they all were, but more focused on platforming. Which I mean, it's PlayStation 5. They might get their shit together by then. Maybe.
It's not Media Molecule, though.
Sumo Digital. Yeah. I don't know if it'll have any tools to create your own levels. Didn't kind of look like it. I don't know. Just looked like
Mario Maker. Thank you.
Yes. Destruction All-Stars looked like a...
Fortnite graphics.
Art. Looked like a Rocket League matched with Overwatch or Apex Legends.
It might be fun. I like smashing cars.
Yeah, bro. It didn't look bad. It looked like a fun time. You can
get out of the car, though. That seems kind of weird, but...
I don't know, man. Destruction derbies as a genre should be more popular in video games.
They should. The PlayStation 1 Destruction Derby was a huge game back in 95 or whatever. Yeah. Like that was a killer app.
The realistic damage. I'm doing air quotes.
Like all the cars looked like the Tesla truck. 5 polygons.
I hope it's good because I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah,
I'll play any game that's good.
Yes,
don't get me wrong.
Also, another game that didn't really scream next gen, but hey, I will play it. It looked fun.
The next one you want to talk about?
Next one I do. Goodbye Volcano High. So this is just had like a 2D like anime art style. Nothing crazy.
So is this an anime? I'm not familiar with this.
I don't know.
It might be. Looking at how detailed all the artwork is.
Do you mean like
an actual
an actual property?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be.
Well, I'm about to find out right now.
All right.
My take was, what the fuck?
Because I'm an anime.
80s cheesy Gem meets Denver the Last Dinosaur with beak people. And dinosaurs or beaks or whatever. And I don't really remember what the concept of the game was. But it looked really creative and unique.
Yeah, it might be like an adventure, I don't know, like Doki Doki fucking literature club or something. I don't know.
You say. Fill us in.
Yes.
This appears to be just a fully cinematic narrative game. I think it's going to be a mostly like text-based kind of almost dating sim. I don't think there's a lot.
I kind of got that
there.
vibe from
this. This is not an anime, by the way. I honestly think that the character models do not look good. I'm being a little judgy.
No, that's fine. Like, I don't think they look great. I do like the concept, though.
They look
from what I
cool.
understand.
They look unique. They look goofy.
Right.
Yeah. I will take people. Yeah, I'll take concept over.
I mean, listen, I like the game Hatoful Boyfriend.
You do.
I started,
and we still like you.
Continue it.
So weird. It's so fucking weird. And then you get an option to date him just as pigeons.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just dating a pigeon, not like the cute boy who represents a pigeon.
I knew a kid named Henry Pigeon in school.
What did he do?
I don't know.
He made that game, didn't he?
Yeah, probably.
I like birds.
Josh, what are we drinking here, by the way?
Yeah.
What am I almost done
Dylan,
drinking?
what are we drinking?
The French Toast Stout from
Weldworks.
Weldworks Brewing. I don't think I've ever had anything from Weldworks unless you introduced it to me.
Awesome. I've had Weldworks on here before.
This is really good.
It's a rich milk stout.
And it's not too high ABV. It's 7.1%. But French Toast Stout with maple syrup, cinnamon, vanilla, and milk sugar.
Yeah,
a.k.a. lactose. But yeah, Weldworks is a fantastic brewery.
The stout is a nice change of pace from the last few that we've had. So it is the perfect time for a stout. And it's a perfect time to talk about Ghostwire Tokyo.
Perfect time, you say.
Yeah. So this is a game from Tango Games. These guys, this is Shinji Mikami Studio, the guy that created Resident Evil, Batman,
Evil Within.
And Evil Within. Yep. And published by Bethesda. This is going to be a third party exclusive to, or at least a timed exclusive to PS5. And this is the first time we got, I think, a gameplay look. It's first person. You're fighting ghosts in Tokyo. It had a really cool art style. I was telling
really cool art style. Yeah, definitely.
It kind of looked like Super Hot. We were talking before.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, and it also had a vibe of what is the game from the Oculus Rift where you're like ripping robots apart. And like Bullet Train or something like
Bullet
that.
game.
Yeah.
Like wasn't it like you had like hands that like uniquely force, like have different powers, and you can just push them and like throw them and laser zap them with your finger hands. And
and they had constant cuts to Headless Girl, and
which is your thing.
Yeah, I'm into Headless. What? No, this is very. It looks very interesting, and I like the art style, and it was nice to see Tango maybe just taking a bit of a jaunt away from the survival horror genre, and
this might be that though. Well, it might be survival horror.
Maybe there are ghosts. There are headless.
I truly believe that the only reason this game exists is because Evil Within 2 didn't do very well. It did okay, but that is, if you get the chance, a completely underrated gem. Evil Within 2 is so good. It's not directed by Mikami, and I think that's actually to its benefit. Mikami, he's got a lot of good ideas about games, but man, it's so good. It's semi-open world. It's beautiful. Awesome. I'm into this. I like ghosts. So
you do.
Yeah.
And we like you.
Oh, thanks.
Lorne Lanning from Oddworld Inhabitants did get on the screen briefly. There is a new Oddworld game called Oddworld Soulstorm. Looks like the next chapter in the Abe's Odyssey
Not Munches?
games. I'd have to assume Munch is in there somewhere. He's got his little wheelchair.
All I want to do is free some funny-looking slave guys.
I'm going to free the Mudokons. Aye.
I really liked. This is such a weird series for me anyway. My first time playing it was the one where you're the bounty hunter. The
Stranger's Wrath.
Stranger's Wrath.
Yep.
That game rules too.
Steve.
Yes. I was thinking about buying it on the Switch because it's on there. I have it on PC though, so.
Mm-hmm.
I've only played the original.
Abe's Odyssey? That's Abe, right?
Abe.
Yeah. Abe's Odyssey. Great game. I love that game. One of my first PlayStation pickups when I got a PlayStation.
And the remake they did of that looks beautiful too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also very good. A lot of
New
good
and tasty.
Yeah, so this game looks a lot like that, just with, more bells and whistles, and you can control like 800 other Mudokons, apparently.
800?
Not 800, but they showed a lot on screen. They did show like some gameplay, or what looked like some gameplay.
Are you going to be our special correspondent for this series?
Maybe. I mean, I'll play it. Some of them are hit or miss.
The gameplay looked really good.
Yeah.
They did show some gameplay.
I'll play the hell out of it if it's good.
All right. Well,
It looked
fucking A.
really shiny.
Yeah. Do you guys do the Hitman games?
Yeah.
Because they did show Hitman 3.
I played a bit of 2.
I've actually
Okay.
never played them, surprisingly.
Okay, yeah, this was mostly a trailer. This is coming in January 2021. Yeah, they showed a little bit of gameplay, but this is supposedly taking or concluding the trilogy from the last 2 games, and it looks okay.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I know the first 2 Hitmen are on Game Pass, so I played a little bit, but not much to really.
They're very clever, but they are such an actual how do I say it? They are such a mental investment.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be paying attention at all times in these games. You have to listen to. You can't just listen to a podcast and play this video game.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't work that way. You've got to be paying attention to everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
You've actually got to you got to come up with clever ideas.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not like a spray them all with bullets type of video game. I liked 2 a lot. I only got to the first 3 chapters.
I mean, people who love these games love these
Yes,
games.
they do.
And the fact that they're very open, you can complete
Yes.
your missions in many different ways, and the game seems to account for all these fucking whacked out ways.
Yep.
And you get achievements for killing your mark in just the most creative, just craziness.
I killed a person through threatening them with blackmail and then pushing them down a garbage chute.
I love it.
And that probably wasn't even the first option on anyone's mind, but I said, this is the way to do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Little Devil Inside, because this one stuck out for me by Neo Street Productions. I thought it had a really cool art style. It was not a lot of detail in the characters, but it's very stylish. It was like a 3D.
Made me think of Zelda.
Yeah, a lot like that. But a lot of different jump cuts. So there's a
Yeah, that got confusing.
the adventurer would drop a bomb and then would cut to a guy in a toilet taking a shit.
Yeah, they kept showing that too.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But it did look good. I mean, it got my attention, and
It looked cute.
I'm
Definitely.
extremely intrigued by it. This was a Kickstarter game.
was it?
Yes.
Okay.
They got way past their stretch goal, and now they have final stretch goals. They've got a bunch of different things that they're talking about.
Awesome. Well,
Ooh, I see a Wii U logo.
are they still accepting money?
Yeah. We are also pleased to announce that with our recent achievement of our first stretch goal, Little Devil Inside will also be available on Wii U. Let's imagine that's
I
not
thought
actually going to happen.
they already announced that the last game that came out for it, I believe,
Right.
Darksiders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The War Masters or whatever.
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
But it looked good. I mean, I'm intrigued. I don't know if the game's going to be any good, but I like the art style. I'm in on that one.
I love a nice adventure.
Yes. Another game I'm not sure I'm in on, but it seemed to have taken the internet by storm.
NBA 2K1.
Well, NBA.
Look at the sweaty boys playing basketball, dribbling around.
Honestly, That was egregious sweatage.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like me.
Yeah.
Anytime I step out into humidity, but
I want to say the 2K games were amazing. The graphics are top notch, but
Always.
the game's unplayable now for me.
Yep. Same
I
here.
feel like the controls are crap, and it's too simulation to be fun.
I played 2K19.
Yep.
It wasn't good.
Played it for like probably 4 hours, and I'm like,
I
it sucks. Giannis is on the cover too. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I know, yeah. That's
it's
why
like-
I got it too. Yeah.
I need my basketball to control like NBA Jam, or
They
I
just need to
can't
bring
do it.
back NBA Jam because NBA Playgrounds kind of sucks.
They should. They really do. We need to start a petition. But the game I was going for that caused the internet to go a little ape shit
Bonkers.
is a game called Bugsnax.
Bugsnax.
There were strawberries with eyes. There was a submarine sandwich caterpillar.
Lots of strawberry people.
It looked like Viva Pinata as all hell.
A great game.
Yes.
Animal fruit people game. Fucking weird.
Great trailer song. I thought something about talking about Bugsnax.
I thought it was awful. It was dreadful. It was so cheesy.
I had great in quotes. I'm sorry. But it was it was so cheesy.
It's so annoying.
I think this is from the same team that brought us Octodad back in the day. Dylan, did you see the trailer for this? I want to know what you think.
Let's put it this way. I love
Would you buy a
Octodad.
PS5 for fucking Bugsnax?
For Bugsnax? No. The thing about the developer of Octodad is that they made a game based off of a singular gimmick that only works about for the first 5 levels, and then you just become so angry. It's like playing Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah.
Listen, if they can prove that they can make like a platformer or like a weird collector game, fine. I think Octodad has its charms.
Mm-hmm.
But Bugsnax looks cute, and that's really all it takes to set Twitter on
Insanely
fire.
cute.
It does.
Cuter than
That
Animal
dumb
Crossing.
walrus.
I think.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm
Animal
like, is that a
Crossing is
walrus?
hard to beat.
Is that an otter?
It's
What
a walrus
is
because of
this?
the tusks.
I didn't know
Cute
what he
overload.
Well, it's just
identified
like,
as.
what do you do in this? You collect bugs and you eat them?
That's the thing. Yeah, I have no idea.
What
Yeah,
do
I
you do in
just-
Animal Crossing?
Apples, pears,
Yeah. At least in Viva and Pinata, you just fucked.
coconut. Yeah, dude. Viva
Yeah.
Pinata's good, though.
Viva and Pinata fucks, man.
Those
Fuck smacks.
it's like Rule 34 Fortnite up in there.
So yeah, this kind of people went a little bit crazy for this. I don't know if it was because of the art style or what the fuck, but
I just hate the internet.
I don't know
And
if
the
I'll play it.
reactions.
Like,
but
you.
I give it
I'll
I
play.
give it points for originality. Maybe
Sure. No, yeah, I'll give it that.
definitely not a next gen game.
I'll be the one to report on this. I'll buy it as long as it's under like $25. How about that?
So after they showed Bugsnax, our buddy Shuei Yoshida came on.
Old shoe.
Yep. And he said,
Shoo.
before we get to the end of the show, I want to show something very near and dear to me. And they cut to this trailer. And they show this mountainous landscape. Yeah. And then you see a dragon
Flap.
flying, carrying an undead guy in his claws. And it turns out this is a Demon Soul remake.
Yeah.
From Blue Point.
Remake?
The people that did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and
It was very good.
yes, they're good. So this was just a trailer. They didn't really show any gameplay. I know Dylan, you and I are brothers in souls.
Demon Souls is a convoluted but underrated video game.
Yes, I think they had to make it to get to Dark Souls. I fell off of Demon Souls pretty hard, very hard actually. I
Yeah.
did not get very far in the game.
So if they don't fix a lot of the world tendency stuff, even playing it,
I wanted to ask about that. Do you think they're going to have that?
they better fucking simplify it. They better make it palatable for people
Because
it wasn't
pissed me off.
It was not palatable, and it wasn't fucking fun.
We'll have to
No.
make Demon
There are
Souls
people who
arcade.
argue with me about this, though.
No, it wasn't fun. It would piss me off. I'm like, oh, it's black? I can't play this game today.
Yeah, that's
know what
it.
I mean?
Well, and it's supposed to be like this thing. Then and then it's social, but you pair up with someone. I'm like, I don't play Dark Souls games to interact with human beings.
Right.
If I'm really stuck on a boss, I feel so guilty every time I summon someone in.
Yeah.
And they just whoop the boss's ass for me anyway, so it doesn't even feel like an accomplishment.
Yeah. I've never summoned
my
anybody
mate.
in a Souls game yet.
I have for Bloodborne, the Lady Maria, the clock tower. I had to. Mm-hmm. She just whooped my ass.
So, Josh, are you familiar with World Tendency? Are you familiar with Demon Souls?
No, I don't have time to play those games. Those are
why they're too cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
looking back my hair.
I played Bloodborne. I didn't like that either.
You didn't like Bloodborne?
I appreciated what it was. It's not for me.
I think you might like Sekiro.
Maybe. Anyways, okay, so the Demon Souls remake.
Probably not.
It looked good from what they showed. I mean,
You saw the Tower Knight?
The Tower Knight, definitely cool.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how it looks, but I was never a fan of like the Mega Man picking the Nexus, as the hub. You pick the right order of levels to go to, rather than, in Dark Souls, you just had one big fucking land where you would just go to the different segments.
Organic.
Yes.
It's so inorganic in Demon Souls.
But good on Sony. They own Demon Souls, the IP.
I don't think a Bloodborne 2 is coming anytime soon. And I also don't think that... I just know they had to do something with the property.
They did. Like, if you would have asked me a couple months ago, I would have said that Bloodborne 2 would come out within about a year and a half of the launch of the system.
If you really pay attention to what he was doing in Sekiro, there's no way he'd go back to what he was doing before. Sekiro's too, I hate to say it, it's more interesting in a lot of ways, combat wise.
There will be a Bloodborne 2.
It will.
With or without fucking...
It's going to be on his own. Like, I think they're going to want Miyazaki for it. I just think it's going to be on his own fucking time.
Yeah.
And I think the way that Bloodborne sold, I think he's going to get all the time he needs. Because they want to keep courting him.
And another thing that we have to take into account is the whole COVID thing. Who knows what games were originally slated to be unveiled during this video and...
completely taken away
and completely taken off the table because this shit's not going to be ready. So we just have to put together what we got.
Well, the other problem is...
Which is a vibe I did get from this presentation.
It could also be the reason they haven't announced anything, because if you talk to any health expert right now, there's a second wave coming. We're not even done with the first one. And it's just going to get... The second one's going to be worse than the first. If you look at the Spanish flu. I mean, it's your best...
Well, I guess we'll see.
Well, geez, way to bring down the room.
I'm not trying to bring down the room. I'm just trying to warn people.
All right. That's right. We are talking about a Souls game, so
the sky
they're not happy. They're not happy games.
I'll play the hell out of that game, though.
But I'm with you. I don't know if I'll play the hell out of it. I hope you get the physical copy so I can play it.
Oh, I always.
And I hope you
physical.
get the disc version of the PS5. So we can.
Yeah. So I can play the disc I bought. Yes,
right.
Tom.
Okay. Moving on. Let's just quickly run down the list here.
Yeah.
Deathloop was shown next. This is the next game from Arcane. So you're Dishonored.
Looks great.
This
Pray
was
people.
probably the most interesting game to me.
Really?
Yeah.
What struck you, Josh?
Well, I only watched it once, but I got like a Bulletstorm feel, kind of.
A little bit.
The way
Yeah.
like he was whipping like people around and stuff. The unique art and the different weaponry, kind of an old school, the way he'd flip his pistols, but in a futuristic, artsy kind of world.
And it looked
everyone
like
wore masks, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like this is my world. Everyone's having a good time, but everyone's trying to kill me.
This is another game where you are stuck in a time loop. They flashed on the screen like another day, another death. You have to midnight to kill all your targets. It almost seemed like No More Heroes a little bit too. I don't know if you ever played that for the...
I know of it. I
Wii,
didn't play it though.
where you were an assassin who had to go assassinate other assassins. And yeah, it looked like there was like a bit of a rewind feature.
Yeah,
like
you get
burnout.
I think you get killed.
Forza.
You rewind back to the stage. It basically is what they made it look like.
Okay, yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
I like Arcane. Like it definitely looked like Dishonored a little bit.
They're the only ones making immersive first-person Sims still.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever played Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
Do you remember the stage where you're in that asylum and you have that watch that can basically peer through time, and it helps you solve puzzles throughout it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of stuff like that.
Sure.
And I dig, because that was the best level in that game. It's the only one I remember.
Sure.
So I'm into whatever they're doing with this. I think it's the right choice.
Yeah. No date given on this one. I don't know if this is going to be strictly single player or multiplayer. My guess is single player, and I hope it is.
With a multiplayer component, maybe.
Yep. Arcane, Dishonored 2 didn't hook me like the first Dishonored.
Oh, that first one.
But I still want to play Prey. I did that one, and
I actually do too. Kind of.
Prey's very good.
It's my kind of game, but
yeah,
it looks unique.
Yep,
you would enjoy it.
I think so.
Be like System Shocky, kind of.
It's almost exactly System Shocky.
That's cool. I like that.
Down to the story.
The next game that was shown is probably one of the biggest games, third-party games of the entire broadcast, and this was Resident Evil 8.
It stuck out. That's for sure.
Or Resident Evil Village, VI.
L-I-L-I.
Is it an I? Is it an L? I don't know.
Is the V silent for ill?
Yes.
Illage.
I'm all in on this one, man. Like, this looked like
so
fucking
good.
Resident Evil 4 meets Resident Evil 7, the first person perspective, but looks like you're back in a fucking Romanian Las Plagas village. There's a werewolf.
There's a werewolf,
thing.
bro.
Yeah, werewolf, bro. Weird fucking people. Looks like there's a
Wendigo virus.
Yes.
There are like witches.
Yeah. There's a Chris Redfield. Is he good? Is he bad?
He's chonky.
That one guy shoots
Yeah,
that
he's
one
very chonky.
person, and why?
It's like, why did you kill my wife? That was Mia from the first game.
That he shot in the head? In there? Okay.
Yeah. That's why people freaked out.
Okay. Well, she deserved it.
Well, the canon ending is saving Mia in 7. That's what that means.
Hashtag not my ending.
You prefer Zoe?
I played it twice. Yeah, just to see what happened. But Mia's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
This looked really good. This is coming to everything. But
It's going to look better on PS5.
But
that's what they're basically saying.
Yeah, it was nice to see it for sure.
The graphics look crazy good.
It's good. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes. I am very, very excited to play this. And
this one will make me shit my pants.
This one's coming in 2021, so
I'm going to guess holiday.
Could be. Yeah, we'll see.
It's a snowy game. Really weird to just plop that on people in the middle of summer.
Who knows? Now we have all these fucking delays and shit, so who knows? It's probably going to come out whenever it's ready. But yeah, they dropped Resident Evil 7 in January, and that was you were in the fucking swamp in the middle of summer in that one. So
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
hot swamp.
I mean, yeah, my crotch was sweating just playing the game. All right, let's move on to the last game. My mom's getting tired. She's listening to this right now.
Your mom actually listens?
No, she doesn't.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the new Horizon game? It's called Forbidden West, Josh.
I didn't get too far in the first one, just because busy and shit. But I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it.
But what made you dropped off of it?
I did.
If you liked it, the Josh I know would have kept going.
Yeah. No, the graphics were amazing. It's a grinder. I mean, you gotta takes how many hours to beat it. That's a factor for me.
Your lady beat it though, right?
Yeah. Probably 4 times.
4 times?
I'm just joking.
I
know she's beat it.
Yeah.
Maybe twice.
Okay.
She's a multiple beater.
She's a multiple beater.
Beat Breath of the Wild. I don't know how many times.
I think that was the biggest detriment to this game, for me at least, is it came out the
comparison,
exact same day as Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it was very, very. It was in that time frame.
It was cool.
To me, it's still very different. I mean,
but another open world thing. How many open worlds can you get through before you're just kind of like,
yeah,
can I just play a game?
I know some people can put 100-something hours into the game. At that point, what does it matter?
I ended up finishing it, but I was not big on it. I did put it down to easy after a while because I'm just like, I want to see it through because I was really intrigued by the story, but the gameplay, immediately after playing the first Horizon Zero Dawn, I went back and played Assassin's Creed Origins, and that game, it controls like Horizon should have. But I give Horizon a lot of...
Horizon is a good third-person shooter, though, when you really break down what it's doing. Because it's by Guerrilla, who did like the Killzone franchise. If anything,
it's a good combat.
If anything, it's a good shooter. I'm not sure about the stealth sections in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think they worked.
You couldn't sidle up against rocks. You couldn't climb. And like you said, just this proximity to Breath of the Wild, when that came out like the weekend later, it was goodbye Horizon.
Do you think...
But a beautiful game.
Do you think they're going to fix that in the second one?
Oh, yeah.
They showed her climbing.
The whole time I'm playing Horizon, I had Assassin's Creed 1 vibes.
Yes.
I'm like...
The next one's going to be
the sequel
killer.
to this game is going to fucking be amazing.
I thought everything looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like visually.
Yeah. It's still...
Oh, it still looks gorgeous.
Played on like a PS4 Pro and the 4K.
Yeah.
I'll be getting it on my PC when it comes out for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is one of the best looking games of the last generation, hands down.
I thought it looked
amazing. It's going to control a lot better.
So at this point, maybe I kept telling myself, I'll play through it.
You should give us like a report card on it.
Yes. So anyways,
they
showed this trailer and they showed there's a swimming sequence.
Swimming.
They did show, it did seem like they were showing like, here's the snow level, here's the water level, here's the volcano land.
Here's the
they
pink
were trying
place.
to show you like the passage of time though. Like there's like that weird like red fungus that's growing everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like the central, that's the obvious like quote unquote antagonist of this.
Yeah.
It's basically going to be stopping the spread of this like mutagenic crazy thing.
Zero Dawn, baby.
It hurts organic life. It hurts artificial life. And what's her name?
Aloy.
I kept thinking Ayla. It's going to be her goal to save all of life on Earth. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Looks like it takes place in San Francisco.
Yeah,
area.
I saw that.
That was kind of cool. I think the first game took place in Colorado, I think. Yep. But yeah, they showed a bunch of different, some of the new characters or the new enemies or animals. They showed like almost like a mammoth elephant thing.
Sick shit going on.
And there was like a turtle character that looked a lot like the turtle house from God of War, the PS4 one, where the witch lives in, you know?
That snapping turtle design is so cool. And it's just like, and it's still got like, I have a feeling a lot of this is going to be, if you finish the story in the first one, it's a lot about like how this merging of technology with like organic life was actually the natural evolution of things. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this one is going to be even more about that. It's like, oh, we're all living beings. You got to go with it. My theory, we're going to see a lot of human
Kanos.
A lot of Kanos.
Forbidden West.
And they did show a shot of her climbing, which is them, I think, just insinuating like, yeah, you're going to be able to climb in this game.
They're going to make them, if they're smart, they're just going to copycat everything you do in Breath of the Wild. At least you have to be able to do all of that stuff. To a point.
How
to
can
a point,
you? No,
to a point.
If I can throw my entire inventory at an enemy, I'll feel so good.
Because how can you not? This game was just compared to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Had to be, though.
You know?
Which is not, sadly, like,
it's fair, though.
It's totally fair.
You're compared to one of the best games of all time.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild?
I don't think
this is not my opinion. This is everyone else's.
Everyone else says. I think that's a little. I think that's up to time, but I think that's a little bit of a bloated statement.
Yeah,
I think so. I love Breath of the Wild too. I just don't think it's the phenomena everyone else thinks it is.
I don't know.
It's a really great video game though.
It's pretty good.
I haven't played it, but I've watched hours of it being played.
Yeah,
hours and hours. I bet. Yeah. And
are you sexy for fishmen too?
Yeah. I watched my girlfriend play it.
The Prince, what's his name? Sidon. Yeah,
Prince
Satan.
All right, and that was the final.
That's a wrap.
That was the final game that they showed, and then right after they showed that, they revealed the actual look of the console.
Wi-Fi router.
Okay, so by now, if you're listening to this, you've seen the pictures of what the console looks like. It has fins or some weird George Jetson
protective
blue, white.
Yes. We don't have to get into exactly what it looks like or try to do.
You've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
You can look at it. There's no need to describe it.
What are your thoughts on the look of the system?
I'll let everyone go first.
I give Sony a lot of credit for swinging for the fences, doing something different. But it's not necessarily my taste. I really don't care too much because it's a fucking game console. Whatever. I've had lots of game consoles that look fucking stupid. And I'm not saying this looks stupid, but I'm saying it ain't my style so much. I think that's my main takeaway of it. We haven't got exact dimensions, but people have
It's huge.
been trying to estimate dimensions based on the USB port in the front of it. And we should also say that they show 2 different versions, one with a disk drive, and then they're coming out with an all-digital version without the
Nobody's
disk drive.
going to get that one. It's like, do you remember when Xbox 360 came out and there was a core version without the actual hard drive?
Yeah.
Nobody bought that.
Ooh, Dylan, I don't know, man. Things are different. Us, we like the physical media, or at least having the opportunity
the disc
to
drive.
use it. I bet the fucking digital version sells pretty good because it actually looks better than the disc version.
I think it will at first, and I think some are going to regret, and they're going to start looking at the whole digital thing more seriously and be like, oh man, I wish I didn't buy that digital copy. I could have taken it to GameStop and got part of my money back. You know,
or
I think
if they
they're going
start,
to have I literally think that in the future, Sony's also going to have more of like what they have on Steam, where there's like this really great refund policy where you can just like, it's just like, I don't want to, I played less than 3 hours of this. I can't do it.
yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot like that.
If they start doing crazy shit with like backward compatibility and you don't have the disk drive,
That sucks.
that will exclude
See?
a lot of people. I know Madden.
suck.
Well, Madden is doing the thing that they're going to do for Xbox, where if you buy the current gen version and then you upgrade to a PS5, you know, if you stick the disc in, you'll download all the updates and get the next gen version of Madden 2021 or whatever it is. But you can only do that if you have the disc version of the console. That's the only way you can like confirm like, okay, you have the disc, you get the upgrade.
For some people, that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Like you said, there are going to be people who are just like, I buy video game consoles.
But there's so many
because
people-
I can get like Netflix on it, and it's going to be 4K. And people are going to be like, well, I don't own Blu-ray discs anyway. I stream everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to be concerned about putting their PS4 discs in there because they'll say to themselves, well, I have a PS4. I don't think this matters. And they'll just roll with it that way. I think you're going to sell a lot of people on that.
Yep.
But gamers, man, they are a different fucking beast.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. I just don't think it's going to do nearly as well as they think
yeah.
in the discless version.
We'll see. I
Can't
don't know.
bring your disc to a friend's house and play it.
Yeah. That's also
Who
not
goes to their
as
friends'
common.
house?
Well, you
yeah.
can't lend to your friends either. It's,
Okay, so let's bring it back. Let's get back to
Sure.
our
Sure.
impressions on what it looks like. How about you guys? What do you think aesthetically? Do you care, first of all? Are you happy with it? Because now we know what both the Series X and the PS5 look like.
I think they made the right design choice. I definitely do.
Sony?
Yeah, they also made themselves distinct within their own product line, which is, if you're doing any design work, that's rule numero uno, is make yourself stand out. It doesn't quite matter whether... Exactly. It doesn't quite matter whether or not the thing is actually like hyper attractive and sleek. All that matters is that when you look at it, you know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And you can look at this and you know exactly
Branding.
what the fuck it is.
Yes.
I don't necessarily like the white because I'm picturing grubby Cheeto hands.
Yep. Scuffs. Easier scuffs.
The white controller. The controller looks boss. I do
The
like.
controller looks better than an Xbox controller.
It looks fine.
I think it looks like, based on...
My meat hands are like, I think this is going to fit my meat hands better.
Well, I liked it.
I mean, Tom, you got bigger hands than I do, right? Yeah, you got bigger hands than I do. And even like the PlayStation 4 controller, it's just a little bit too tiny for me, and it like really fucks up my thumbs.
Same here.
This one actually looks meaty. It's got some heft to it. I think they really realize it's going to have that haptic feedback. I just think they've ergonomic, like, because if you do the size comparisons, I saw a few things like that on Reddit as well. If it showed like what an average sized person's hands look like on this thing.
Yeah.
And people with small hands, people with larger hands. It just looks extremely ergonomic.
Yeah.
It like apparently those like the little white sectional parts of it are supposed to function like a beetle. Like it kind of can like flap and move, from what I understand.
Oh,
Because that's what haptic feedback is.
Yeah.
So it can actually like make you feel the actual like.
Feel me.
And I just think that's really awesome. I wish there was an all black version. Let's put it that way, because
there will be.
I just
a few months down the road.
I like the organic swooshes of it. I think people are making way too much fun of it right away.
Pretty blue lights.
Pretty blue lights are good too.
Yeah.
And I dig on all of that. My issue is that like it's just like, well, the white, like if you ever own a console in your life, even an SNES, like those things, if you're a smoker, those things yellow like crazy.
Yeah. It's a system that's definitely was designed to be stood up. It can be put horizontal, and I haven't.
It looks
seen
weird horizontal.
Yeah, I could imagine. I didn't see any pictures of it.
You didn't? They did show a bit of it, I think.
Horizontal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just saw pictures. I don't remember really.
I missed that.
No, but I mean, like on its side, it does look like, especially the disc version, it looks like there is like a few like bevels or like protrusions that can actually look nice if you set it on its side. I think the main issue that a lot of people have with its size is that this is not going to fit in a lot of people's entertainment centers.
Right.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Entertainment center. Stand up. I got no room to put you, brother.
Right.
Where are you going to go?
But that's also a design strategy too. You've got to keep in mind, like, they're trying to make this thing obtuse. They want this to be something that you look and you see when you enter someone's house, because, if you don't have a fucking choice, then whatever. We're the ones who make this.
They also have to make it so it doesn't explode and
a wall
it
mount.
runs quiet. Yeah. So for the thermos.
A turret gun mounted on the side. Yeah.
Right. For heat displacement, I mean, it has to be big. They came out and said that the reason it's big is because, it's a supercomputer inside there, and we need to not fucking start on fire. So
I'm curious what's going to come with it. Is it going to come with the charging station? Yes. Is it going to come with the HD camera?
It doesn't need a charging station because all it has it'll have a corded USB. That's
I
why
love
they
the
showed the
charging
USB.
stations though.
Right.
I'm sure
I use mine all the time.
You know that shit ain't
buy
coming
one.
with a console, right?
It should.
Well, it should. But
Bundle
you
it.
don't
think so.
Charge $7,000.
They've had charging stations the last couple of generations.
They'll give you a
Well, they're all bootleg ones. Like all the charging stations I see
No, I have a
today
Sony.
are like. Oh, I haven't seen them. I don't know.
Would you like mine? I don't have a
Sure.
PS4. I'll give it to you. It's yours.
No, I have a bootleg one because there's no options for legit companies. Like what's
Right.
Nikio? Sure. Okay.
Oh yes.
Has 4 stars out of 5. I'll take it. I guess.
It works.
Yeah,
It may not be the best.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also showed there's a camera, the charging station.
Yeah.
And
what
a
the fuck
Wiimote
else?
control.
A media remote.
Media remote.
That was nice.
Kind of like the Roku size.
And that's coming with it? Is that what we're assuming? Or is this going to be one of those things
really
where
should.
the Xbox made you fucking like buy a separate thing? Because I
Probably.
remember that. That sucked.
That's right. Hey, PS3, I had to buy the media remote was great, but it was separate.
In that
PS3,
age,
PS2 even had
Yep.
one.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
the upsell wasn't so bad in PS2 though, because you were getting a DVD player anyway. Most people didn't have those.
Yeah. Remember the first Xbox? You had to buy the remote to unlock
Yep.
the DVD capability of it. Yeah.
That's
Nope.
It was great.
Lots of fun.
The HD, you mean?
Yeah. No, just the DVD.
You still got
thing.
your HD drive, right?
HD DVD?
HD
I do.
DVD?
I still have HD DVDs that I haven't even opened yet.
Don't open them.
I have the Hulk.
Sell them for like $20 a piece on
Ang
eBay.
Lee one?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But I have Children of Men on HD DVD. That's like one of my favorite movies
Yeah, it's a good
ever.
movie, yeah.
I just had to buy it on Blu-ray because I'm
Never
like,
give it up.
oh man, never gonna give you up.
Never gonna.
So yeah, that was our impressions of the actual console itself.
We saw this one particularly on its side. Do you think this was designed to just be on its side like a PC tower? Do you think they're kind of like preparing people to deal with the fact that they're going to have to own PC towers in the future? Do you think this is kind of one of those things? I think there's a scam going on here.
I don't know.
As a
Maybe
man who owns a PC tower.
Maybe
But
Sony's going to try to
they've
get back
always,
into the
like-
computer game.
What, PS3, PS2, PS4, they've always flaunted them on their side, like standing up, and I've never done
worked,
that.
but it's never worked out well
PS2.
for them because you get like disk reading errors on its side, and That's my concern, because even on the PS4, if you had like the stand and you have it on its side, it doesn't load games as well.
But I mean, this thing was fucking designed to be vertical. Like, you can just tell it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they want.
I mean, I would still put it the regular way, depending how big it is.
I mean, yeah, I would too.
We'll see.
Yeah,
well, here's the thing. They made themselves visually distinct from the Xbox Series X. That's just going to be...
You mean the Xbox GameCube? Black, all black Xbox GameCube?
They're going to have a problem putting stuff in entertainment centers too.
Yeah, it's a chunky little box.
It's going to look like a subwoofer now.
Yeah, it's basically kind of yeah, a little bit.
I think that's what they want it to be, though. They took the name Xbox very seriously this round.
Yes.
So
2 very different aesthetics. So you won't be getting them mixed up for sure. So I guess I want to ask you guys, what was your overall impression of the event? Did you see things that? Did you see everything you kind of wanted to see? Were you hoping for more?
These things don't hype me as much as everyone else, I think.
No, I'm
gonna wait. I used to try PS3. I got a console right away, like first week.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this event, was it like fucking great? Was it?
I don't think any of them are that great. Was it
horrible?
No. Some of the games look cool. Again, I'm sure there's a lot of games that weren't even teased because of COVID.
Right.
And they put out something before Xbox. That's ballsy to do.
Xbox
right?
had,
or did they do
Xbox
one?
had theirs, yeah.
Okay.
It was just mild.
I was gonna say I didn't even notice.
It wasn't a blowout.
So again, like that, these things don't really care, like blow me away. I'm gonna buy a PS5 probably a year or 2 after it comes out.
Yeah, smart.
Great thing about doing that is you can pick out some of the best titles that were for dirt cheap.
Yeah, you'll
and
have
get all the bugs out.
A library, exactly.
I already have a library of a ton of PS4 games and a couple Xbox One games I need to catch up on, and you know, I'll be ready when the PS5 drops $100 or gives me the PS5 Pro.
That's a
Pro
great
XS.
That's
version.
a great point. No price was revealed.
It's going to be $5.
So
it's going to be $5.
I bought my PS4 right before the Pros got released.
That sucks.
You know? Yeah, it does suck. I think they look great still. I'm not that picky.
The only reason I really wanted the Pro is just because of its better processing power, and I think it looks a little more ergonomic.
I still might get one. Actually, like I'm sure, like they're pretty dirt cheap sometimes.
Pros,
so.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I thought the event was pretty good. It was definitely better put together than Microsoft's first one that they had in May, where they showed off the third-party games. It looks like Sony actually sent out decent cameras to everybody that they wanted to have on camera, and sent them also like a nice ring light. So it had a professional look to it, even though everyone was recording from their house.
I think that they won this round too. If you remember back in the long forgotten year of 2013, when they revealed the PlayStation 4, and they just completely trounced Xbox. Xbox really needed to pump their game in this one. I'm not sure how they thought they would. I just don't get it. Like they lost the last round of consoles, unless you count Nintendo and the Wii U in that. But I'd still call the Switch a last-gen console, technically.
Yeah, it falls. It's just the Switch, man.
It's the Switch. It's its own fucking thing.
It's Switzerland.
They don't count.
Yes.
That's just its own.
Yes, it's just on its own. It's Luxembourg.
That's the Nintendo thing. Who knows? They'll hold on to that for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I did like the smattering of games. I thought it was just more eclectic than the last Microsoft one. Not as edgelordy, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it.
So in July, Microsoft is having their big reveal for all their first parties.
So Halo,
software,
Gears.
It should be.
They need to make new games straight up. They're going
to release another Ori. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, have you guys been following like Xbox's strategy with the buying of all the studios?
Yeah, I imagine they're gearing up for that.
So maybe that's part of the deal.
Yeah. So this next one,
I want them to hang in there.
Their next event in July is going to be.
Make me want to buy it. Yeah,
it's going to be the reveal of what all their first party software is. So the last one in May was all the third-party people. So we're going to finally find out what a lot of these developers have been working on the last couple of years since they've been acquired, because a lot of them have been silent. What do you think Microsoft would have to do to counter Sony, either rise up to what Sony did in this presentation or beat them? What do you think needs to be shown, or what approach do you think they have to take?
MMO Halo.
MMO? That'll win you?
Not me.
Okay.
Everyone else.
All right.
I could give a fuck. But
Do you think Halo won any of the Halo stuff on the Xbox
Halo
One?
Infinite
Won anybody over?
It appears to be going the Destiny route, but a more palatable Destiny. I don't trust 343 Industries. I've played a few of those Halo games, and I was in total Snoresville. Mm-hmm. Tom, there was a time when we played even Halo 3 online.
We did.
And I found it fine, but it didn't really wow me or excite me.
It was 2007 fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
we did not finish that fine.
Well, no. For some reason, mine kept chugging along because I have an original era Xbox.
That's right. Yes.
Apparently, they don't talk to each other correctly. I did look it up later.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently,
shit.
If you've got the better processing version and you're the one who started the session, that can actually affect the processing power of the other person.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
This is speculation. No, I mean, who gives a shit? I was done anyway.
Right.
But I don't know. A MMO Halo, and what they need are a few more interesting IPs. If you can just generate a bit of buzz around an idea, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah.
I think they need a new face. They need a new Kratos. They need something to stick out. They need to make the best fucking game ever. Straight up. And it can't be the second best. It needs to be the best game ever.
What would you like to see? What style of game do you think could do that?
Doesn't matter. Well, I think something that someone can pick up and play, still have difficulty, but be just something everyone can vibe with. Like I said, new Kratos, maybe new action adventure, something like that's just over the top. That would just blow people away. I mean, in what way that is, I could come up with a lot of unique ideas, but they're not going to listen to me.
They would.
Let's give them a call.
Yeah. Hey, Phil.
Yo, you got some money? I'll help you out here.
Baby.
Hey.
You going to make Gears of War 7? You going to make... what else you got? You got 2 other titles?
How much more can they do with Gears of War?
I love Gears of War. It's the reason I got a 360.
I think it's...
But
it
kind of ran its course.
Yes.
It's done. It's over.
It's kind of like... It's very samey.
I want a Gears of War beat 'em up.
They need the God of War Gears of War.
It's Fighter. Gears of War Fighter.
They do need the God of War, though they tried. They thought Gears 4 was that, to be honest.
No.
More introspective, and Marcus Phoenix finally reveals that he's bald.
Has a tattoo over his eye.
Yeah.
No, they need something, though, that really sticks out, and it needs to be up there. It needs to hang with Breath of the Wild. It needs to hang with God of War.
Yeah.
It's got to give you Last of Us 2.
I agree. They need...
Do something.
They need
if
to
they
show...
don't, I don't know how they can exist.
Yes.
But they need to do this more than one game. They need to have 10 of these to hang in there, I think. Not 5, 10 of these.
Sure. Yeah.
Nintendo kicking this shit out of them. And they came out how many years later than the Xbox One?
Yeah, I think it does come down to games. I'm very, very curious to see what a lot of these studios have been working on, because they bought a lot of good studios. A lot of good ones.
I want them to hang in
edging
there
themselves. You can tell.
Yeah, and they've been building up to next gen. They've all been quiet the last couple of years while the acquisitions have been happening. This is a very unique position for Microsoft to be in versus Sony, because at E3 it was always custom that Microsoft would go first and then Sony would go later in the day and have their press conference. So Sony could kind of do slight tweaks based on what Microsoft did. That was always just the structure of it all.
Yeah.
This is different now. This is where, Microsoft had their thing in May, which all the executives were just broadcasting from their fucking room cameras, and it just, didn't look great. And they showed trailers with not a lot of gameplay. Now that they have a chance to see what Sony did and react to them for once, for the first time in a long time, So I'm very curious to see what they do. But if they don't have the games, if they come out and it's just a wet fart and it's like fucking, here's the next 10 years of Gears of War, then yeah, that's not going to be good. But I do agree that they need to have games. One thing we didn't talk about is price. I think
$500 for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's still modest.
It is modest. Yes. And nobody really knows.
They always lose. The thing you have to remember is that they always lose on the hardware.
Yeah.
They make it all back and then some with the software.
Yeah.
Oh.
It would be nice if I'm sure it's nice if they didn't lose on the hardware.
But you have to because a number is very important to people. It's why $19.99 is such a popular price with so much stuff.
Yep.
And it's just like, okay, $500, that's all right. But you go to $600, people are like,
getting up there.
The things that's my rent. Are you fucking kidding me? And that's what people think.
Yeah.
Another thing to remember about all these things is that every one of these presentations are just so the people who have all of the shares in their businesses are just fucking satisfied. They'll say, and then they'll look online the next day and they'll say, what are people actually thinking? If you didn't give them any feedback, they wouldn't fucking know.
Yep.
So you going online and getting excited is fantastic. Just know that you're all part of the data collection.
Absolutely. So both these companies have been playing chicken with the price, not wanting to reveal the price.
What do you think?
Microsoft has telegraphed that they're willing to take some massive price cuts.
Well, they've already got computers. They've already got that space.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so they're doing okay even with the software.
Phil Spencer actually came out and said, like, we have the CEO's blessing to price it whatever we want. We'll make it back.
It's a very intelligent choice because I own a ton of Microsoft exclusives on the PC.
Yes.
And so that software sale is already in my pocket.
That's also a great thing, too, that you bring up. Xbox doesn't care as much about where you play it, although they would love to sell more consoles than PS5.
Yes.
That's one thing to consider as well as price, where everything falls. And I'm hoping that somebody has to fucking come out and reveal price because pre-orders have to start going up. This shit's coming out in fall.
I don't think it is.
I think November.
Oh, PS5.
Winter.
I'm going to guess March next year.
Yeah.
No, PS5 said it's for sure coming this year.
Listen, I made this prediction at the beginning of this year.
You did.
I think I did. Or when COVID really started, I said, no, it's going to affect the assembly line and it's going to, because these things aren't made yet. They're thinking that they're going to be made.
They should be starting to get made now.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems too close. It's June. It's halfway there. You're talking a few months away.
Yeah.
I really do think there's going to be a second wave of this shit.
Next year makes more sense to me.
Nobody's going to be going out to stores. Nobody's going to be doing shit. It's going to be another 2 months.
They keep claiming video games are recession-proof and apparently COVID-proof.
They are.
Oh, we saw that.
But production is not recession-proof.
That is true.
It has been proven.
Yes. I think we're going to see limited supplies. I still think they come out this year. I was with you for a while with the whole everything in March, but yeah, we'll see.
History tells us a different tale. I'm excited to see what goes down, though. No matter what happens.
Either way,
I don't want people to get hurt.
We will be playing some great games this fall.
It'll be fun.
And that has been your PlayStation 5 minute or hour, whatever it has been. It's a fun talk. I enjoyed that.
Yes,
I have
quite lovely.
I have one email here before we sign off.
Can I guess who it's from?
Sure.
Is it the wonderful Catherine Conti?
No comment, but the email is, hey dogs,
Sup?
Hey dogs.
Hey dogs.
Hey dogs.
You guys are great. If you had to make a Yacht Rock playlist, what would your top 3 songs be?
Yeah, easy peasy. Margaritaville.
Okay.
Then it's got to be it's one of the Eagles songs. Oh my god.
Okay, how does it go?
I've been running down the road trying to lose.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yep,
That's another one.
Yep.
And then oh shoot, there's American Pie is Yacht Rock, right?
I don't. It's like folk rock.
It's almost
folky.
there though. Let's see. I would say maybe Last Dance with Mary Jane by Tom Petty. Is that Yacht Rock?
It's rock.
Fuck me, come
I don't even know.
You think
What the fuck
Yacht
is
Rock
Yacht
is like?
Rock?
I know.
overproduced like soft rock from like
yeah.
70s and mid 80s.
I'm out.
Oh, Josh, no.
I don't know.
But three is rough. Let's go. Oh man, another Eagles song, probably Hotel California. Let's go with that.
Okay.
That's Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock. So we got Take It Easy, Hotel California, and Margaritaville?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Josh, you said you're
A
out?
little bit of Jim Buff.
Just the song of Bugsnax on repeat.
Okay.
Nice, dude. That's good Yacht Rock.
All right. Cool,
What
man.
about you, Tom? I'm curious. You got more of a knowledge of this than the
I have to go with Brandy.
Really? Brandy counts?
Like
Brandy count. Yeah,
Brandy?
Brandy's Yacht Rock.
Oh, I'm thinking of the artist Brandy.
Me too.
Oh, not. Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
Yeah, that's
good
okay. Yeah, that's
Mo
good.
to
You
the
be-
E to the.
I'm a big fan of. We got to have some Michael McDonald. So, Doobie Brothers, What a Fool Believes.
That's my impression.
Feels gone long ago. And
The police.
I'm gonna put fucking Kokomo in there. Why not?
Man, I don't know if Beach Boys is Yacht Rock.
It's sport rock. Okay, all right. Well, fuck.
I mean, they were so of their time. Yacht Rock is
Steely
so...
Dan. How about Rosanna by Toto?
Rosanna. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Rosanna.
Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the dumbest question ever.
Whatever. Thank
Please,
you.
if
Thank
you want to,
Kate.
please email us.
Thank you for the question.
Please email us. Yes, thank you. And email us better questions if you're out there. Feel free to get a hold of us at hairofthedogcast@gmail.com. We will answer anything. Just go ahead. Right into it.
Seriously, we will.
Yeah.
I will make sure, even if it's like really embarrassing, I will insist, and then I will bring everything to a screeching halt just
Yes.
so you get heard.
We'd love to know. We'd love to know your thoughts on the PS5 and anything we talked about, or anything you want to shout at us. Feel free to Twitter us at HotDogcast and get all us on Facebooks and all the social medias.
I'm sure we got a bunch of those.
Man, we do.
Media us, everybody.
Visit us on the Patreon if you would like to throw us a couple bones. We'd love you.
Thank you.
Keep the lights on a little bit. And
Thank you for your
thank you, gentlemen.
support.
And stay tuned for Raw Dogs next week. It's probably going to be like
The first part of the
Mortal Kombat.
Or is it?
I don't know.
Brad's got the schedule. I just record.
Brad's not here anymore. I'm
Brad.
sorry.
All right,
Wherever you are.
Brad.
From everybody here, from Dylan, for Josh, for Tom,
Josh.
take it easy.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time on Hair of the Dogcast.
I better run down the road trying to listen my load. I got 7 women on my mind.
For that one hold me tight, that one of stony ones, that she's a friend of mine.
Take it easy.
Actually, that wasn't too bad.
All right, see you guys. Jesus Christ.